Skies, sunshine today, stray shower or thunderstorm, high 92. Partly cloudy, can't rule out a shower or thunderstorm tonight into Friday morning, low tonight 66. Otherwise, sunny Friday, high 92. For the Inland Empire this morning, a clear sky, sunny today, high 90. The Desert Cities, a clear morning, a sunny afternoon, high 102. I'm meteorologist Jim Manali for Smart Talk 1490, KMET.
That's right. It's Hollywood Live today, and we got a lot of things. We got Jess over there. Jess, what's going on?
Good morning. I am excited, mainly because it's summer. I don't like the weather, but I do like all the movies that come out every week.
Yeah, and let's talk about that because I have not seen, and I wanted to see. I'm not going to lie, I wanted to see, and I thought my mother would be about it. And when we were thinking about it, like for the 4th of July, we were kind of like, I thought she was going to want to watch it, but I think she looked at the wrong time, or they changed it, or something happened, and they've been doing that without really people knowing. You go, okay, I get it, because the 4th of July, it is what it is. But we were going to go, and instead we went to Denny's, and because I wanted to show her Mission Impossible, but I haven't seen anything about Mission Impossible, which is the second one of the first one. Now I went to see the first one. I haven't shown her the first one, which I think is on demand right now. It's a little long, and then it like at the end you go, okay, there's another one coming. So the one out right now is the one that completes the 1-2. Okay, Mission Impossible usually doesn't do that. It's just one, and that's it, right? So it kind of leaves a hanger, and they're kind of doing that with some of the shows, and I get it because it's like instead of just a 2-hour show, it's like a 4+ or maybe a 5-hour show. Which you go, okay, it's a little long, but at least it's a story, right? One of our friends, Isai, is in it, and we love him. We've actually had him on the carpet, and we actually know his people. We could have him on the show at some point. But right now, no one's really promoting Mission Impossible, and I think you go, okay. But right now, what I'm seeing, and I could be wrong, and you guys can comment in social. I think Super in a way is getting, and this is me not seeing it because my mother didn't want to see it. And I really do. I took her to one thing. I thought, okay, but lately she's been a little like, I don't want to see anything. And I'm like, she even told me once, I don't like anime. I'm like, it just butted out her. I go, dude, seriously. So she used to be that person. Like I took her to see Captain America. She's like, wow. I took her to see some pretty big stuff. As long as it's G or not R, she's good to go. Okay, she's good to go. Anything else, not happening. No horror. Cannot show her horror. So I'm like, okay. So I thought, and even like yesterday, I'm like, Ma, and there was this thing, and I go, no, just go with it, right? Sometimes you go, why do I have that thing? They complain, and they ruin it. And I thought, and you told me something, and I said, maybe she would like Super, though, but I don't think she would. So I'm the person that usually goes by myself. I see it, and that's always a thing. I go, when do I want to see it? Because everyone's seen, practically, unless you haven't seen social media, let us know. So I don't really know, but you've seen it more than once, right?
Yes, I saw it actually twice. I enjoyed the movie. You know what? I like James Gunn's films. They're always so much fun, and the music it pulls you into the movie.
Yeah, that makes sense, and I'm about that. I think if anything, and then I saw something. I don't even know if I want to put it out there, but James Gunn just posted. And I go, why do you do that? Because I haven't seen it. So, and I don't know if I want to know. Because this is where I go, man, a little much. So I go, oh, but people are going to see it because I saw it. I think I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know if you do this. And then I looked at my phone and boom, it popped up. And I go, oh, wow. And then James Gunn on his own, like it came up on my Facebook. I said, oh, man. So go look at that if you've already seen it. If you haven't seen it, because they're doing something and I go, man. Because the comic, sometimes I haven't been to the comic store in a while, okay? And when I went, there was one cover that I saw, and it reminded me of someone, I'm not going to lie, and it was Power Girl, okay? And they did this thing, and go, okay, that's a cool take on Power. But then I just saw this thing, and I go, oh, he's doing what he did with Guardian. Okay, so go look at James Gunn, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. He just posted it, and it has to do with Super. And that's all I'm going to say, because it kind of was like something I go, are they teasing it? Are they doing it? What's going on? Because I do like, and you said to me before we went on, and I don't always say what he says before we go on with y'all, But you said people want the original one back, and I say I think they should, along with this one. Okay, I think they should. I don't think A, they have the money, and B, they got money. That's the answer. Now, I don't know about the whole Zack Snyder thing. I think Snyder's like, unless he does, but I personally didn't like Snyder. Okay, I didn't. Now, I did see recently him do something with Netflix. I like that. Rebel Moon. Really like it. I think it has something. I think it could do something. I really like it. I did not like the Snyder version. That's just me. But I could be wrong. But Gunn is just doing one, right? I think Marvel's going to take him back unless they're teasing at Marvel. Because there was a store that teased at the bots and go, isn't that? But I go, well, technically. But they almost want the bots to be like a different universes, right? Which they are. But you go, like, do they communicate? You go, well, could they? Because Marvel did something with DC just recently, and they put Deadpool with Batman. And if you know that, that's DC Marvel. So you go, okay, so they're doing that thing again. So back to when you and I remember it happening, like in, I don't know what year that was, but I think they're doing something with Marvel and DC coming. But when you see Deadpool with Batman, you go, oh, I get it. So Marvel's done this before. You go, well, usually they don't, right? But could they do it in a movie? I think it would be interesting. Deadpool gets on Batman's nerves. Which one? I do not know. I think that's the problem they're having right now because they're like, because I just saw something, they're like, oh, we're going, because people forget, DC has its own problem, okay? They did the Bat with, what's his name, and Penguin, right? That verse. So that verse is a whole new thing happening. So you go, great. We're going to have to make, like, so they go, well, we have another one in the works. You go, okay, so then are you going to abandon that? Or are you going to let it go? Are you going to continue it? That's where I think Marvel is with theirs. And where I think DC is, they can continue, like Gal Gadot is still Wonder. Cavill's still ready to go. They just need to, like, Flash in a way, maybe some would say maybe they did a little lazy. And maybe they did, but that opens up everything, right? Because now everything is in flux, right? Everything's like, and I think in a way people are ready for it, or maybe they're not. I don't know. Avenger, what's it called? With the guy with the mask is coming out. So I think if you follow, it could get a little confusing, which I like when they kind of go with, I don't know where this one version is going, but remember, they got him from Marvel, okay? And some of the people are in this have been in Marvel. So you go, okay, that's where it gets a little confusing. But then, in a way, it doesn't, because then you go to Netflix. Netflix did something, I thought it was smart, but they're kind of like letting it go. But they have Sandman. And Sandman in the middle of first season, not the second season. Second season went with, stuff people go, huh? But the first season, they allude to, and they have little characters and I go, oh, and then someone pointed out, they're DC, right? And I said, I did not know that. I thought Sandman was a independent title. And I think it started as an independent title. And then DC said, oh, that's us. Because they buy up, other ones. So you go, okay, that makes sense. So then they put them in, they bring them in. They haven't really merged what that is, but there's a lot of different characters when you think about it. You go, how does that? The thing that this does is it brings back what happened, and I don't know when these characters started, because I think they start, if you look at the issue, and I think that's doing a little bit of revitalization in the world of where people go, ooh, I want to, like, invest in that comic, or now I know what that comic's about. So it's kind of the style of, like, the 50s and the 60s, or maybe the 70s, right? I don't really know. But these characters, like the Lantern one, no one's talking about it, Guy Gardner, but it's kind of obvious. He's obviously, But I saw something, I said, oh, that makes sense. So Guy Gardner is part of a whole world that's already ready to go, which is kind of like before, and people don't talk about it, but they should. And they should kind of in a way say, dude, we're so old, you don't even know. Because then because people think, like, our history, Earth history, is only so, right? But you go, how long have the Lanterns been there? And then you go, oh, that makes sense. So we're at the very bottom of the whole, and you go, why are you going really big on this? Because it has to. When you think of, like, because I have a story, I'll give you an example. I have a story, and it's like, what happened before Earth was here? Why is Earth here? Why are we here? Why are we, as I say, at the bottom? We're at the bottom. But in the verse of Gunn, he could address, oh, the Lanterns are way before this Earth. So how did people on this Earth get to be here, and how did they not know anything? Okay, that's where Marvel in a way is trying to, but they're not with Eternal, I think, or what's it called, with Jolie and all that. So you go, okay, they kind of address it. If you've seen that, they bring up the Babylonian Empire, how they're here, how they kind of have like seeds and they start worlds, and then, but they haven't addressed the whole first. I think they're like, oh, too much. We don't want to go that way. And I go, I get it. So, and then there's movies that kind of like go there, but they don't, of like, how did people get here? How did people, why are we here? So you go, well, again, you're going a little deep. I am, but I think that's where it has to go, because in a way, that's the part where people don't get it. They go, oh, so they're getting rid of the whole Adam and Eve thing, and they're doing, it started from somewhere or somehow somebody started where we're at other than caveman, right? I mean, you could go that route, but then you go, well, how did the lanterns start, right? Because they're all from different worlds, right? Guy is just one of many. That's why they're all alien, right? I don't know if they address that, but if you don't know about Lantern, then you go, oh, that makes sense. If they're alien, how many, like, could you do it to where they go, do you know you're only that old? Our world is this old, and this is why we're having a problem there. And we're trying to keep you all protected there on that little, in the verse that you're in. So I think that's a thing. And then, you know, because we had something in the news, which they're not really saying, but they need to say, Jess, and I think it's kind of important, but, you know, you never know. They say we have interstellar objects coming. And I go, okay. One said, oh, it's a comet. Others said it's not a comet. We don't know what it is. And you go, okay, so these things are in our own verse. What's going to save if they were to come into us? Because there's this whole thing, and someone recently kind of put it there, and I said, that's interesting. I didn't think of that. Instead of, and people don't really think of this, there was a graph that I saw, and I saw our solar system in a way like the sun is being dragged with us, and we're going along with it, right? And I said, that's an interesting concept. You never know. And now I'm having theories on that. Maybe that's not right. But anyway, the problem is we theorize how we are in the verse, right? Because we are kind of like before everyone knew, oh, we could walk on the moon and we would be light. I just recently put that together. In different worlds, you, Jess, would be stronger because you're used to the gravity here, like on the moon. But if there were other people on another planet, you, Jess, if they have lighter, but they're used to that gravity, that keeps them on the ground, their bodies are different, and you would be stronger than them. You'd be like, oh, you'd be kind of like the strong guy because you're used to Earth's gravity. The problem is, over time, your body would be one where it would like, it's just, your body would, you would just be strong, okay, on someone else's, like if the moon had little aliens, right, you'd be like, let me help you, little one, you know, because they're like, wow, you're really big, right? Because, well, people don't understand it, and I got this because I thought about biology. Plants on different worlds, and there's not plants on every world, that's the difference, but plants in different worlds, and they're starting to see in like other places, kind of like I think this movie goes. It could go, or I don't know if it goes. But you go, okay, that makes sense. Because they say these worlds are able to be inhabited, but they're too far to get there. But I have a theory. I think we can. And it's not about rocket. It's about something people don't even understand. And I finally understand, Justin. I'm so happy that I understand. And it's something that I go, I think we can get there if we just think of it differently. All right? We just have to think of it differently. And I saw something I said, that makes sense. It would be something that would continue all the way. You just have to be careful because there are other, as they say, but I'm not going to say it because you're not ready for it. But in a way, I think what they need to do is make sure that they put out there, because I have a movie ready to go. I have a producer. She's from Canada. She's traveling right now. She's very busy, and she's dating, which means I'll probably have to get another producer, but whatever. The point is, I have a story that goes next level, and you go, ooh, that makes sense. Because the part that's kind of missed, Jess, and I like that it's there, is Egypt. Okay, Egypt has a lot of things there. And you go, okay, why is Egypt a thing? I don't know if this kind of, because I see Hawk, and there's a whole theory about them being reborn again and again and again. Something you can like, okay, can you prove it? Can you prove it? Can you prove it? So I don't know if they address that. There's a lot of characters in this one. You go, okay, that makes sense. It goes back to the way it was like early, which I like this style. I do. I don't know what's going to happen with another one that they do. I don't know if Gunn's going to suddenly say, ooh, I want to go over there, or he's going to abandon it. I don't know, or someone else is going to pick it up. So the Snyder thing, I think people have to let it go and be like, who's going to pick it up? Who's going to pick it up? Forget about style. Just who's going to pick up the story. Like comics. Comics have done that for a while. Marvel, if you look at Marvel, it's kind of hard to tell which one is done by who. You know what I mean? So Snyder's on his own thing. And I think he's trying to create his own verse. I think it's a little Star Wars ish, and I like it. I think it goes. I think they're gonna maybe adopt it. They could just like DC adopted Sandman. So I think there's a way to go, and that's all I'm going to say. Because the ones where Gunn really had me, and oh, this is a thing that I have a theory on. I pick after the show. I do more after the show, and some people comment. Okay, and what we realize, you remember that movie, Jess? Unless you already know this. Unless you already know this, there was a movie with Little Super, but they said it's not super, and you go, well, it's kind of more like horror because if you look at it, it's pretty bloody. And what is that called? Do you remember?
I actually own that movie. The movie's called Brightburn.
Okay, Brightburn. Now, very interesting, and you may already know this. You may already know this. So this is something I discovered because, in a way, they said it's nothing like Super, right, Jess?
It has similarities, but it's more along the lines of the main part of the movie is nature versus nurture.
Yeah, again, I think, okay, I haven't seen it. I saw a clip of it. I said, too much, too much, too much. I don't want a kid getting bad ideas because there are kids that kill. And I just saw this and I go, my heart goes out to you, young one. I don't know what happened, but it says, kid lured another kid. And there you go. And then they have like this thing. It was on YouTube. Anyway, so Jess, real quick, I know we got to take a break. I will say this: Applebee's is not on this week, but I will say they do have a special. Here it is: 2 for $25. One appetizer, 2 entrees. You can share the appetizer. Yum, yum, yum. Although I don't know that I'd want to share that. But 2 appetizers. I'm sorry. Would be great, but you have to pay more. That's the answer. So 1 appetizer for you, and then I get the whole deal for 25. Because I think maybe just that I want by myself. There you go. That's the answer. Because they don't do refills. That is gone. But there you go. But that's. Would you order the burger on that ad there, Jess, or would you be the fettuccine guy?
Honestly, they both look good. I have no idea. I kind of want both.
Okay, yeah, so do I. But anyway, I would be like, yeah, because they have a certain amount that you can order for 2 for 25. So you got to go on. I don't know the menu. Anyway, Applebee's will be on next time. But there you go. That's the answer. So if you're thinking, ooh, real quick before we go to break. So the thing that I have on this is, how do I say? Well, I guess we'll pick it up where we go. But Brightburn. Okay, Brightburn, kind of important. Who wrote that, Jess?
I am not sure, but I think James Gunn was a producer.
Tell me, if you tell me he was a producer, I'm gonna. Here's the thing: his brother wrote that film.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Now, how does this put them in hot water with DC? They shouldn't have done it, Jess. They shouldn't have done it. If they, for some reason, say, oh, shoot, because you look at when they produced it, you go, no, they have a right. No, they don't. No, they don't. Gunn is under a certain agreement. He can only do what DC allows. Now that his brother and his brother, so if you say James Gunn actually produced that, his brother did, and his brother wrote it. I think he has 2 brothers. I had to look it up. Unless the information online is wrong. But you have Gunn and Gunn writing it. I looked up them, and I'm not going to lie. I thought James had like a pseudonym that he used. That way he wouldn't get in trouble. But it's so, they say, well, it's loosely, but it's not. If Super got a bad, whatever that is. I really don't know. I haven't seen it. But I think it is, and I think they're going to be in trouble. There you go. But I'm glad you like it. You're one of, like, I think someone else that mentioned it to me, and I said, yeah. And I had seen a preview and I wanted to see it because I go, oh, that's obviously Super. It's obvious. But because they did it in a way, kind of like that one with, what's the one with Pooh? And you're like, but you say, well, they had a right on that one because they took the license when Disney was looking the other way, right? They had a right on that one, right? Right? Do you have that one as well, Jess?
Oh, no, I do not. Okay, so that's horrifying. I'm sorry. I don't want Pooh to murder anybody.
Yeah, well, I'm just, but does it? I didn't say Pooh's going to murder anyone. I'm just saying, what's that show? The one where it's loosely Pooh, but does he murder everyone? Or is it just a face mask? Remember they got like
no, it's Winnie the Pooh. So what happened was Christopher Robin left Winnie and all the other people there.
So he goes postal.
It's pretty much Winnie the Pooh got hungry and ate all the others in the 100-acre woods. Yeah, I know. So it gets really, really dark, and yeah. I have no other way.
Haven't seen it, but so that was a time period where I think, in a way, everyone was going dark on everything, like the other way, and you go, okay, that makes sense. You never know. Anyway, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
Discover the desert's best at Hyatt Palm Springs All-Suite Resort. Nestled on Palm Canyon Drive in the heart of downtown, the Hyatt Palm Springs puts you steps away from premier shopping, dining, nightlife, and local attractions. Immerse yourself in luxury with our spacious suites, each featuring a private balcony offering stunning mountain or city views. Unwind by our refreshing pool, savor delicious cuisine at our adjacent restaurant and bar, or simply relax in your suite. At Hyatt Palm Springs, you're perfectly positioned to explore iconic sites like the Walk of Stars, Village Fest, Indian Canyons, the Marilyn Monroe statue, and the renowned Palm Springs Art Museum. Experience all the desert has to offer. Book your stay today at the Hyatt Palm Springs, your gateway to an unforgettable getaway. For reservations, visit our website.
And use code SUNFUN24. That's SUNFUN24.
Tired of waiting in line for overpriced coffees and packaged rolls? Make a change and stop for coffee or espresso and a fresh homemade apple fritter or ham and cheese croissant at Donut Delight on Highland Springs Road in Banning, just off the I-10 freeway. Donut Delight is a family-owned business with a friendly staff who has served the past area for 22 years. Donut Delight on the corner of Highland Springs Road and Ramsey Street, just off the I-10 freeway. Donut Delight opens daily at 4:30 a.m.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com, licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
Summer in the Inland Empire. You know what that means. Sunny days and hot temperatures that make you want to stay inside. Franklin Mechanical Systems can repair or replace your air conditioning unit to get it working cool before the heat hits. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems for all your residential and commercial air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000 and get cool today.
That's right, Hollywood Live today is where it's at. We got Jess over there. We're talking about, well, look, here's the thing. There's really nothing out right now. And, you know, I could be wrong. There's probably something. I'm going to go ahead and do something I always do. And then I go, ooh, and then something comes up and I go, because I'm the person who kind of goes, and I go by myself. Yep, nothing out. Literally nothing. So, you know, what are you going to do? There's stuff I want to see. And then there's stuff that I go, ooh, and I go, You know, my mother said, this is funny because I really try to get my mother to the show. And she says, do you want to see Me3GAN 2? And I go, Me3GAN, what's that? Even you're thinking about it, right, Jess? But it makes sense when you think about it that way.
Oh, Megan, don't make me spell in the morning. I'm like, what is that spelling? Megan?
Doesn't it make sense though? M3GAN too. She goes, what's M3GAN? I go, I don't know. Oh, Megan. Okay, no, I don't want to see. Anyway, I don't know if you guys saw that, but there you go. I still want to see 28 Years Later because the first one, really good, evidently, and they did it on a small camera. If you do the research on that, you go, whoa. I still want to see that. I actually want to see it because I want to see what part they did with the iPhone. So there you go. There's something called Eddington out. F1 is out. I not really want to. There's something about car. There's one that I saw and I go ooh, and I waited for it, and then it came out on Netflix. I said, all right, let's see it, and it was Gran Turismo, and that was all right. I don't know that I want to pay, and because it's expensive, Jess. How much did you pay to get to the see what you want to see twice?
I have I used a bunch of coupons. Is pretty much what I do.
Okay, that makes sense.
I had free movie tickets available to certain theaters, and I also got a free movie ticket by filling out some type of ad. I don't remember what they wanted.
You're like, just give it to me. I need it. That makes sense because it's expensive. It's expensive. And you go, do I want to sit down on the regular seats? Or I want to sit down on the big recliner seats? Some are saying we got new seats. You go, yeah, but I think they're really. Here's the thing. And the problem that I have at some of these theaters, I don't know if they used to start early at 9 or 10. You go, oh, that's early. Yeah, but they're thinking about the parent because especially during right now, you got to think of the parent who is off from vacation. Okay, they are ready to go. Those kids are ready to go. All right, have fun. There you go. I'm not gonna lie. I've never been through one of those where they go because they go like with old shows and they go, but they charge the same amount. But sometimes they do a deal. Sometimes I think they did a thing. I don't know. I haven't been to the show in a while, so I really don't know. There was a thing where on Tuesdays they reduced it to $5. Okay, that was awesome. And then the other theater they do it on a Wednesday and they reduced it. I don't know how much. So I go, okay. So sometimes I go, okay, it's a Tuesday. Oh, man, I have something to do. Or, ooh, oh, man. So I really want to go by myself because $5, And then I found a theater. I'm like, ooh, I want to go there. So I don't really know. But my mother, not going to have it. I sometimes go, do I post on social? But does that make me look like pretty alone? Because I am pretty alone. It's just me and my mother. It's just me. I've never had ever since, it's hard to explain, but ever since coronavirus, Jess, I've been on my own. 100%. Before that, I had people all the time. Hey, you want to go out? You want to go out? You want to go out? Now, no. I don't know, but there you go. That's all I'm going to say. I was never alone. Like, I've been alone more than you know. So, so if you're alone, we get it. But the theater, I've done a thing kind of by myself for a long time because sometimes you're with someone. And I don't know if you're, that person out there. You go, wait, they're that person. Oh, no. I would just go, like, if Jess wants to see a horror, he showed me one time on the phone. I don't know if he remembers this, but he showed me on the phone. It was so bad. You see his face? It was so bad. I go, you watch a whole other thing I don't even know. The guy's scalp came off in a way that you go, that's not even normal. And there you go. So he goes, yeah. So that's where I kind of draw the line with Jess. I'm not going to lie. But he has a family, and I don't get in between that. So there you go. How to Train Your Dragon. Although I saw something recently and they said it's ready, and I go, aw, pay-per-view. Smurfs. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Rebirth of Jurassic. I haven't heard nothing about Jurassic, and I go, why? Super, yay. So I really don't know, and I want to do this thing where I see more than one. So, and the drive-in. I have my mother. My mother goes, why don't we go to the drive-in? Right, 4th of July, because you want to get the dog in a safe area. So you want to go, right? So there you go. Drive-in. And the one that, like, she's like, you want to go there? They look good. Not going to lie. But, man, so much crime, Jess. So much crime. We haven't even talked about crime. Although this week it's a little slow with crime, isn't it, Jess?
Just a bit. I've noticed a few unusual stories floating around the news world.
I've seen some stories that go, you don't even know. All right, well, man, it's right there. First, top of the line, James Gunn shares image because of box office success. Yeah, but people haven't seen it yet. Please don't. That's all I'm going to say. But, man, it looks like my producer. I'm telling you, if you knew my producer, you'd be like, it looks like her. It does. It looks like her. It's her. She could play it, actually. But then she'd be unreachable. I go, whatever. I hope he already has it cast. If it's cast, we're good to go. If it's not cast and he finds her, he's going to use her because she's super. I'm telling you, she's super. All right, let's see. A lot of people from Super People going, dude, movie. So, yeah. Is the second one ready to go? I think the second one's ready. Oh, question, Jess. Since you've seen it twice, Is there like, do I want to wait to the very end, or am I good to go right when they roll credits? Because usually people that I see, they're like, the moment the credits run, they're out. You're like, do you have to go to the restroom? Seriously. But if you go, okay, then I know, so do I wait to the very end or no? You don't tell me the end. Don't tell me the end. Just, do I have to wait to the end to see something? I hate the ones where you wait to the end and it's so little, you go, that was not worth it. I want a tease. Like, remember back in the day, it was really, like, I loved it. When Marvel did it, they did it big. You go, wait, what does that mean? But then when, like, I think, he was like in several. Fury came in several. You go, wait, what's he doing? And then boom, they were all together, right? That was good. Now you're like, seen it. There you go, whatever. But at the time, you go, it's worth it. And then there was one, I forgot who it was, but weeks later they released a ending after, and it was in the new, and then you had to go back to see it to see what the ending was added to it. I didn't see it, not gonna lie, it didn't draw me in. But do I wait for that? What's going on? So do I wait for the end, Jess, or no?
There are a mid-credit scene and an end-credit scene, but I remember watching a interview with James Gunn on end-credit scenes like you're talking about.
Yeah.
He is not a fan of them.
Well, he's done. That's why I don't.
And
like
what I mean by that is he was kind of forced to do that in his Guardians films. Kind of
he
like
doesn't know what to do.
Because he had to shoehorn a character that he didn't want to put in there yet, but Marvel made him do it. So he didn't want to do that to the directors in the DC universe. So the end credit scenes and the mid credit scenes are more like funny little jokes. So
wasting time.
Yeah, he did not want to do a teaser for possible events for a movie that may never happen, such as Doctor Strange, with the whole thing that he did, or who knows.
Yeah, but people got excited. Oh, Doctor Strange! I'm trying to forget what he was. Continue. Sorry.
But you just like end credit scenes, kind of like I remember Black Adam and Superman.
Yeah.
Like that led absolutely nowhere. It was a cool thing, if it would have played out, but it didn't, and it was dumb.
Well, it should have gone.
Yeah,
and when people saw that at the end of Black Adam, people want the other Black Adam. Ask the ladies. Trust me, they want Black Adam. Unless they forgot, I could see that happening. But Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam was really good. I thought it was really good. Shazam did something where it was like, all right, it's a kid. Then they went like more Marvel, and then you go, okay, what are you gonna do? And then they did something. You go, okay, that makes sense. So, but in a way, Shazam kind of fits in the Marvel verse rather than the DC verse. Not the end though, but I think it's the graphics that messed it up. But I don't really know. But the point is this, Jess. I think in a way they can go next level if they just realize they're at the bottom. You go, Earth is at the bottom, okay? And you go, before there was man on Earth, there was everywhere else. People forget that. And if they go there, they go, before your planet was inhabited, and we know the history because, then you could go so big. But because people, and I get it, because when you started comics when you started them with obviously planet, but then they start to reach beyond, and you go, what's there? So there's a story there, there's a theory there you go. Because the theory, and okay, Stargate. The reason I like Stargate, the first time I went to go see Stargate, okay, Stargate did something for me I didn't even understand. The original Stargate, okay, original, not the series. The original Stargate did something and I go, that makes sense. Because pyramids, okay, pyramids have stuff you go, wait, what's that? And what's that? And what's that? And then there's a theory that's been going for a while, and I go, I wonder, because now I get it. You can make power on your own without power. Did you know that, Jess?
I do not. Explain a bit.
Okay. You can, thank you for the thumbs up. You can comment. Somebody gave us a thumbs up, just giving a little, sometimes the comments don't come through, sorry. But comment, try and do a little happy fish or something to test it out. But okay, so in a way, Jess, I don't think, but in a way there's theory there, and I go, I get it now. I think I now understand, because I think people have hit it. People that know electronics know this, and people in other countries know this. But you, Jess, you go, well, why do I want to? I go, because you want something and you want it for free. Okay? You go, well, it's not free, you have to buy it. It is if you can make it. All right. And now here's the problem, and I get this. There are people that experiment, and then there's a problem. It's called fire. Okay, it's fire. But I saw something that said I didn't know it worked that way. Now I'm a person who now can fix anything, because now I'm ready to like go at it right with my hands. Now I'm that person. I think I'm invaluable, Jess. I'm invaluable. But I will say this. You would be invaluable if you knew this. And I think, or maybe not, maybe you'd be bored to death. But the answer is some people have done this, and you probably have come across them. You go, I didn't know that was the thing. Now, there at the studio, Jess, you have a lot of power, okay, around you and around you, okay? Now, where that power comes from, you go, okay, that makes sense. Steph, we appreciate you. Steph says, hi, always a great day to keep cool while going to see a show in Sugar Creek for today. What are you going to see? We want to know. Because Super's out, but Jessa saw it twice. Don't know if you're new with us, but there you go. She's awesome. All right. And she's in a whole other state. So there you go. We're international. Who knew? So what was I going to say? Oh, so back to power, Jess. Did you know? Maybe I should be careful because Steph might do it and you go, oh no, fire. Never mind. There's a responsibility thing. But did you know, Jess, that certain things, okay, I'll give you an example. If you look it up on YouTube and you have a fan and the fan doesn't work, do you know you can make it work with a magnet without plugging it into the wall? Did you know that, Jess?
I did not.
You add a magnet and it will run forever. Okay? That's the answer. Did you know that?
I did not. I would like to see that in action.
Yeah, it's interesting. When you see, you go, oh. And then there's some that are kind of fake. You go, ah. But if you look at the one, so I have a thing, but my mother was like, no. And I go, oh, she knows. She knows. So I get people that collect devices like this. They pull it apart, and then they put a magnet, and it runs without plugging it into the wall forever. Now, here's the thing. If you know that, then you go, what? Because my story, in a way, addresses something of another world, and I had an idea, and I go, oh, that makes sense. Solar is a thing, but I think solar's on the out, okay? And I love solar. I used to actually, for a while, very limited because no one wanted it at the time, I sold solar just a little, okay? Now, I'm not going to lie, I didn't stay long enough because I was doing radio, and he's like, just go back to what you do, you know, we'll do what we do. I go, all right, that makes sense. And I thought, oh, I could generate leads for solar, but no one's interested in solar, really. Although somebody did say, I'm interested in solar when we did something with solar. I don't know if they followed up. I don't know if they did it. Got no clue because they go missing. I don't know why. But the answer, Jess, the answer. You... I'll give you an example. People are thinking like this more now. Boxable. I said invest in Boxable, or at the very end, and this is when you lived in a different place. Remember that, Jess?
Yep. I do remember.
Okay, when you lived in a different place, I said you should move in with your mom. I don't know if you remember this. I said move in with your mom, you'll be good to go. And I said, and while you're at it, put a Boxable in, like if you have a backyard, put a Boxable, or make it so that someone can live there, and then you can live there yourself. Be like, here you go, Ma, and then there you go, and then you're done. Steph says she's watching a Road to Damascus. I do not. Damascus. They're in the news, aren't they? What is that? I have a question on that. Do you know what a Road to Damascus is, Jess?
I am going to pretend I know what that is and say, yeah. No, I don't. I'm going to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's a show, which is good because it's very in the news. But sometimes I get these words wrong because some of these are in the news right now. Syria. Don't know if you saw that, but Syria. Okay. Anyway, so let's go back to something that we're saying. Okay, sorry, I got a little off track. Magnet. Okay, if you put a magnet and you put it with a fan, the fan will continue going without plugging it into the wall. Okay? Now, if you know that, you go, magnets are actually very simple. Yeah. And now I have a theory about something that I've been seeing. I go, did AI or somebody make that up? Because there's this drawing, and it was an ancient alien, I think, and it kind of went all over. And if I showed it to you, Jess, you would know it. And it's where these, like little guy is, like, holding this thing. It looks like a light, and then it's connected with wire. And they go, did they know? But they don't say this. That's how power works. Power works, Jess, with literally wire and a magnet. You rotate the magnet enough, it sends out a voltage. And that voltage you harness with wire, and then you wire it the right way. But you need two lines. Okay, 2 lines. Now here's the thing about, and you may know it because you have batteries. And I showed my mother, I said, Mother, this is the greatest thing ever. She goes, what? Why? I go, you don't get it. We pay about a couple, I don't want to say how much. It may go up. They're saying power may go up. I go, if it goes up, everyone should want this, but they should do it safely. So if you do a magnet, Jess, and you put it with wire, you have to have 2 lines of wire. Okay? And you probably have it in your house. Don't throw away those wires. Now, if you do it, you go, wait, I could get free energy. Yeah. They always do a little light bulb on. You go, what can it power? And then some people are like, forget it, I'm done. But this is where I go, ooh, 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 ooh. You know this. You are the person no one will get rid of when they want to. You'll be the professor on the island, okay? Remember the professor on Gilligan's Island, Jess? He was indispensable. Great word, great word. Indispensable means we're not going to throw you away. We need you. But he would do this, that, and the other. And you go, ha, 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 ha. All right, would I be that guy? No, I have power. Easy. But, Jess, if there were something, you would be the valuable person if you just kept it to yourself. So everyone watching, I know this doesn't get out, so I'm pretty good we're safe. You just would be indispensable if you knew a magnet can power anything. You just need a big magnet. Did you know that?
I did not know that, but it's good to know.
It's really that easy. When you look it up, you go, oh. Now, I'm not going to lie. I have to go because I'm watching some of these videos, and some of these videos you go, dude, they're fake. Some of them are fake. Some of them are fake, okay? And some of them are real, okay? And this one blew my mind. Not going to lie, Jess. Not going to lie. Someone did something. I said, I get it now. I'm starting to get it. I'm getting it. They put salt water, okay? And I don't know if the company went out of business or they just stopped promoting because they go, we don't know. They had one review on it, and the guy thought it was a hoax. He goes, but why not? So he was one of those guys. He did this thing, and it was salt water that you put into this device, and it was very light because it almost like it could float, right? And I go, oh my God, you have a whole thing there. And what it was, you go, why does it work? It's not the salt water by itself. It's the materials that are connected to the outlets. You go, it must be unsafe. It's not unsafe. It's very safe. But it's so low a voltage, you cannot electrocute yourself, okay? So you pour water, you pour salt into this device, and it'll work for so many hours, pretty good, to power up something for free. Of course you have to buy the device, but could you make the device? Technically you could if you knew what the materials were on the inside of the device, okay? So there you go, that's the answer. But you go, wait a minute. Now, so I have a theory, Jess, and it's a theory of a theory. What if you could take, now see, that place where you're at, Jess, that generates a lot of electricity. It's a lot of noise. If you open the door where he's in, you'll hear, it's really loud, right, Jess?
If it is, I am currently tone deaf and I hear absolutely nothing, which, you know, it is quite possible.
It makes a lot of sound. Okay, so the answer, it makes a lot of sound. That's the answer. But the sound is loud. It's weird that you don't hear it anymore, or he's used to it. But when you go in there, it's just like you hear all the. Anyway, so the point is this: where we're at has a lot of electricity. Okay, how much I do not know. We tower a huge thing, but some have a theory that you could draw energy from a tower. So now I have a thought. If I go there, maybe I should test it out. But the answer, the good. So you, Jess, need to know magnets. Now, magnets can be a problem, okay? You take magnets into that room. That can be a problem for our devices. They can short them. They can put too much power through them. Magnets can create a problem for your phone. So you have to be careful of a magnet, okay? Now, this is where I go, it's been there the whole time. My God. Mag, okay? You know you could charge your phone wirelessly with a mag. You know that, right, Jess?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're going to hate yourself in a minute because you're going to
phone.
say, I know this already. How do I not know this? You put your phone down, and it's a magnet, okay? But it's a magnet hooked up to wire that knows that your phone can be wirelessly charged. That's wireless. But it's been there for a while. They just figured out how to make it work forever. So you know what I'm talking about, Jess?
Oh, yeah. You're talking about those wireless chargers. Yeah, unfortunately, I've never had the opportunity to use it because my phone is still working. It's a bit old and doesn't have that feature in it, unfortunately.
Okay, now, wait, do you have the iPhone, though?
No, I have a...
What happened to your iPhone?
The battery went out and I had to replace it, so I had to get a replacement phone.
Oh, sorry about that. So you have Android now?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Huh? Because I had a theory. Because I said, "Wow, those iPhones have a really good battery that charge again and again." Right? But I don't know what year you had. All right, or what number you had. So okay, real quick, Jess. Real quick. This is what I'm talking about. People could, I think, have your phone charged for free without putting it into the wall. And if you had that, would you want it?
Yeah, that'd be kind of. You know what? It'd be kind of cool is if they had something like that for electric cars, and like as you drive along the road, it kind of slowly charges your car while you're driving.
Well, they do that technically. Those are what hybrids are. Hybrids charge itself, but I have a theory on that. I think fuel is so old right now that at some point they go, oh, it's actually that simple. And some have already done it. But that's where they say, oh, if you go too big, they'll pull it. And they pull it. So when you do that research, you go, great, it's a conspiracy. It kind of is because they really want the money. That's the answer. So you got to do it real small. But if you understand a magnet and wire, you just have to have two wires connected to the magnet. That magnet, if it has enough charge, will give you power all the time. Okay? It just depends on the size of the magnet. Okay? So it got me thinking. I said, oh. And I said, how can you amplify that? So I have a theory, and I'm going to use it. And there you go. And that's the answer. And I think I could charge a phone because they always put a light. Because here's the thing, and they usually use a very small magnet. Okay, if you look at these videos, you probably, I don't know if you will. I don't know if Steph's on a whole other train. She goes, had a chocolate chip M&M peanut butter cookie. You're on a whole other. You're not even listening. Okay, but look, here's the answer. Okay, a magnet and wire. If you hook up two ends to the magnet to something, it will power on at least a light. And if you get that, that's how, in a way, it's that simple. Then you understand your fan, even though it may not work after a while, it might be the wire. You go, no, I'm going to buy a new wire or a new fan altogether. Well, a fan, I'm talking about the kind that are kind of the older one. I get why people keep them and they collect them because they want the magnet from the inside. Okay, the inside. Because you just put the magnet to it, it will continue rotating. That's all it is. That's all it is. Now, without a magnet, because the inside, that motor has magnets. And if you open up a motor, you go, it's just wire and magnet. That's all it is. If you give enough charge to that, and they do it safely, you go, okay, just a little charge, it will continue to run that motor. And then you go, that's a motor? That's a motor. And it's that simple. If you understand that, you understand how you are that person for life who knows how to power anything. Now, if you know how a battery powers, now I'm talking about car battery, but I got a question on that. Batteries are like, okay, I have a battery right here, but I'm not going to show it to you because it could be a problem because they're hazardous when you think about it. Batteries, in a way, Jess, somebody did this and I said, that makes sense. They opened up a battery, and I'm talking about like Duracell, any one of those, right? For some reason I like Duracell. But Duracell, they opened up a battery, okay, and they took out the very middle part. I said, oh, this makes sense. And they said, you see it's wrapped up in? Not the casing of like the logo or anything. You take off that. The what it's wrapped in is the zinc. Everyone knows that, right? And then the one in the middle, they took out of all that, which they like just, got rid of it. And they took the middle out. They put it in water. They put the zinc in water tied to wire, and it powered on a little. And you go, oh. Then they put it with salt water, and it powered on even more. You go, oh. So you go, wait a minute. Now, you got to do it safely. It's so low a voltage, you cannot hurt yourself, right? But then that got me thinking. I go, oh. So I go to a place where I go, I didn't know this. Now, in school, and I don't know if you did this, Jess, but in our school, we had what's called science. Did you like science?
Oh, yeah. Those are probably the only classes I actually did enjoy going to.
You would burn things, I can almost guarantee it. Okay, the answer.
Only did it once, okay?
I knew it. I'm telling you, you're a burner. He's a pyro. I'd have to look at, thank God you're in a box. Just got hurt recently. I'm just going to say that. It was a weird hurt. It happened. Final Destination is not your thing, Jess. Everyone should pray for Jess because Jess got hurt in a way. I go, oh, there's only one person that I know. His name was Stanley, really, but Stan. He got hurt. He helped the teacher out. He was very tall, very big. He was the guy that, like, in a lineup, he would protect you. He was that guy. Very nice, very nice. And he took the stick, and he wanted... You remember those windows? Because they didn't have any power in those... well, I have a theory on that. You could have made that your own way. because now I have a theory on air conditioners. Okay, this got me thinking I'm not even that person. Now I am. So now I understand how people take things apart and they say it's very simple when you think about it. So the question is, can you make your own power? I know Steph can do it, but you have to do it safely. You have to do small. And you go, I can make a light turn on. What else can I make on? I think if you turn on a phone wirelessly without turning into power to the power company, and you say, I could do this with just a wire and a magnet. Now, the magnet has a problem long term, okay? Magnets, you have to kind of get them to be always on. If you get that, then you're good to go. But never wipe your computer with it. Keep it away from devices, because then it'll be too strong, okay? Too strong. So you keep it safe in a safe area, and you're good to go. All right, and you have to make sure that that wire, you don't cross with anything that could be a problem. So wear gloves. That's the answer. Too much. So that Steph might not be that person. But Jess, you and I went to school, and I don't know if Steph had this, but we had, or I had in our area, this thing where you could get a box and you would rent it out for like a day or two. Okay, I was notoriously the guy that would keep it out for days because I forgot to. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me bring it back. So it was called a science project. Do you remember those, Jess?
Maybe.
Okay, I do. I remember because I didn't like them. Okay, I didn't like them, and they never said to me. They said this is how it works, and they gave it to you. It was a box, like a stick, a paddle, a little bit of something, maybe wire. They go, okay, now make your device. I never went all the way. I would take them home. I'd look at it. I go directions. I don't want to read. They should just show you this is how it works. How do we make money? How do we make money? How do we make money? Because power is ridiculous high. And that's the problem right now. I think everyone could technically make their own device and they can make it on for free if they just knew magnet, wire, that creates electricity. That's it. You just have to find a magnet. You just have to find wire. You have power. You don't have a lot of power, but you have power. And if you have power, you go, wait a minute. So you could put, now, if you combine it right, you can amplify that power. But you don't want to go too big, okay? You don't want to go too big. I'm not big on volts. I'm not big on watts. And I'm not big on anything else. Amps, I think, focus on amps. But if you find amp, you go, ooh. So I'm on this mission, and my mother kind of knows it, which for some reason, whenever I say things, she goes, we don't. And she puts obstacles there in my way to make it so I can't even get close to it. So, Jess, I'm going to put this out there, okay, because I think it already is. But they don't say it, all right? They don't say it. Magnets with wire can make electricity for you, and you have so many magnets, you have electricity for free. You don't have to depend on anybody else. There you go. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But you have to do it safely. You have a magnet. You put a backpack. You put your magnet away from your wire. You take out your magnet. You put your wire. You could power on, I think, your phone if the magnet is big enough or the wire's the right way. I don't know. That's the one I got to figure out because there's some reason phones require a different voltage. I don't understand it. But you know how you plug it into your car, Jess?
Plug what? The battery or my phone?
Your phone.
Okay.
But now you got me thinking because you could charge a battery while you're driving and the battery could store it. But that's the problem with stupid batteries. And I bought batteries that store. You go, well, at some point they say, well, it only has so many hours that it's going to give you for free. It's not for free, but in a way it is in your car because you're going to drive anyway. You're going to drive. That power's going to go somewhere. Because I have a theory on cars. I think cars can have magnets in areas that you wouldn't put a magnet. And that magnet, because of motion, something you're already saying, can actually do that. And there you go. You yourself are a magnet, Jess. If you know what voltage you are, then you go, ooh, I'm either good with voltage or I'm bad with voltage. Everybody's a magnet, in a way, they say. But you're really and I keep saying this to my mother, maybe it's not good for you. But the answer is you yourself are voltage, okay? When you want to shock somebody, you rub your feet together on something and then you touch them, right? Don't do that to any device because then you could short it. That's how much of in a way, you are. Does that make sense or no? I'm going to be on for a while. I got a story, but there you go. We got other things to do. We're out of time. There you go. We didn't even do any of our ads just to get this out there. Magnet. I know. Just YouTube it. YouTube magnet. YouTube wire. Power. Okay? You go, but it's a little. Yeah, but what if you could get it a lot? I think they don't teach this in school, and they should. And they should say, this is how you make money a lot. And there you go. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Jess, we're out. Make it a great day. Whatever you do, remember life is worth living and live it well. Bye, everyone. magnet. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Now, if you're there on social, we appreciate you. If you're commenting, thank you for commenting. Magnet. And you have to be responsible. Okay, that's the answer. You have to be responsible because you have to remember fire. Shock, shock, shock. You don't want to get shocked. Don't ever get shocked. Okay, ever. And don't play with animals because you could fry them. Okay, but there you go. And if you're that person that has done it once, you might be that person. If you learn the safe part, then you'll understand, oh, okay. But it already happens, okay? No one wants to take apart, I think I could be wrong, a fan, okay? But somebody did this, and they did it so simply. And if you, it's not hard to get a magnet. Your Home Depot has magnets. Lowe's probably has magnets too. Just look for the magnets, get some magnets, and go, I can power on my fan for free? Yeah. You just have to take off the cover, unhook it from the wall, and then look at that thing, and then it may be different with every fan. And I'm talking about the big bold ones, because there are those like Dyson. I don't know how those work. I got no clue. But the ones that rotate on something, that right there, they say that's a generator. But a generator, if you open it up, it's a magnet with wire. That's all it is. Okay, and I go, well, what? It's a metal. It's a metal, and batteries have the metal. It's carbon. Okay, so I have carbon in my stuff. You do. It's a hard carbon, so it doesn't burn. You never want to burn carbon. That's where it could go a little too much. But this person didn't put a big magnet. He just put magnet, and it made the magnet go, and the magnet rotated the fan. And that's it. And I go, oh. Because I used to throw away fans. And then I go, why is that person wiring my fan? Right? It doesn't work. And all of a sudden that fan disappears. You go, well, so some people know this, and I think they are engineers, and they don't know. They don't know. Now, if you ask a electrical engineer, he goes, yeah, that's how power works. You go, you didn't think to tell me that I could have had power for free. Do you know how much I pay for power? It's a lot. It's a lot. If you look at the bill, you go, I pay how much for power? And that's the answer. Because they said something on, if they go down in price, this is where it pushed it for me. We used to be at $50. I remember my mother saying $50. We're at $50. Then all of a sudden it jumped to like a lot. And I said, what? And then we had to make payments. And I go, so I turned off a lot of stuff. And I go, okay. And it's still high. I go, why is it high? Is someone drawing from us? What's going on? What is going on? So I almost want to turn off every device, power it on with a magnet. And there you go. But magnets only do so much. You could turn on a light. These lights that I have on, all right, I could power that one. I could power that one. Oh, that's a different one probably. Okay, well, I could definitely power two of them on a magnet. Did you know you could do that with not being plugged into the wall? That would save me money. You go, well, that's not a lot, but you could do that with a magnet. Okay, magnet and wire. It's awesome. I go, had I known this, I would have, But I have to experiment, and my mother will not let me experiment. She's like, no, we have to, We went to the doctor. Please pray for her. She still doesn't understand, but there you go. She had a biopsy done. That's not bad, okay? And she even know they did a biopsy. They went up, you don't want to know. But anyway, and they said, ooh, well, looks good, so you're good. Another test she had says, you could have cancer. So again, I don't think she communicates with the doctor, but if I say anything, how dare you? If you say something, have you had that with people? They don't want you to help. It's so weird. You're like, you just said the word. Why you find this? So there you go. So be careful with the people around you and make sure they communicate with the doctor, because doctors are dumb. I literally saw something from around the world that I said, you're so dumb. How did you get dumb? And it was in Gaza. It was the stupidest thing. This lady says, I'm anemic, therefore I need a blood transfusion. No. If you're anemic, you don't need a blood transfusion. You need minerals, and you need a lot of food that gives you the amount to not be anemic, which is lack of certain things. You don't need a blood transfusion. The guy was like, she needs a blood transfusion. We need blood. Gaza. She's a mother giving birth at some point. She goes, I'm needing a blood transfusion. Because he told her that. Or he's convinced 100% she needs a blood transfusion because she's anemic. Oh my God. She could faint. All right. You don't need a blood transfusion tonight. I feel like we're ahead on this in the world. Okay. But this doctor is not ahead. Gaza. How long has he been in Gaza? He didn't know this. When he finds out, he'd be like, no, we need a blood transfusion. No, you don't. You know what? How many problems can come with a blood transfusion? Disease. When you look that up, you go, oh, you forgot about that. Yeah, disease can come through blood transfusion. That's the answer, especially the way he's thinking about it. We need a blood transfusion. I do agree. They need to let Gaza go. Let Gaza go. Those people, if you want to, it's not that hard. Don't shoot. I saw that. Is that real or is that fake? I saw that. They were shooting right around them, and you could have hurt them. They go, no, it's a warning shot. Why are you warning at your neighbor? Why are you warning at your neighbor? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You know, oh, and by the way, I'm glad that you're seeing A Road to Damascus, if it's what I think it is, although that could be something completely different. Because it's bringing something up, but I don't know if it's what you're seeing. I'm gonna type this in, show. Because Jess is not religious, and I go, I think you're religious. That's the answer. A musical journey. Is this it? Looks it. Oh yeah, show. Ohio Star Theater. It came up. I know what to type in now. All right, and Damascus, a musical journey through the Book of Acts. Oh, awesome! I would see it with you. I would see it with you. I would say with you. Sometimes musicals, I go, not about that. But I am about the story, if it's a good story. Do they dance? Oh, there's a trailer here. Oh, no. That's a different Damascus. Okay. I've been invited to things like this. They don't have anything here like this, but I think that's the one you're talking about. Ohio Star Theater is where you're going. Awesome. So I'm glad you're going. Yay. We don't have that here. We're talking theater and movie, but if you're going to a show, even better. It looks good. I want to click on it. Okay. But in the way, do you know where Damascus is at? I'm going to look this up before I talk because that is a prom happening. And I think you need to bring awareness. You go, you know, you're talking about Damascus, but yeah, there it is. Okay. I was right. Yeah. Damascus is in an area that is being bombed. Now, you go, well, I'm not talking about that Damascus. I'm talking about the Damascus when. Yeah, exactly. But back to the stuff that happened then, you're starting to see, or maybe not, I don't really know. Damascus. Okay, Damascus. So when you think about that, you think they're being bombed right now? There you go. That's the answer. They're being bombed. Okay, Damascus. Now, I like that this is called The Road to Damascus, a musical journey through, and this is Steph. She's seeing it in her area. The Road to Damascus, a musical journey through the Book of Acts. I hope you were invited. I hope they pay for you. Because it looks like it started a while ago, but it continues until November 4th, which is awesome. And I'm telling you, if I was in there, I would go. She goes, no, only for me, not for you. That makes sense. Okay. The answer, because you can buy tickets. Awesome. How much are tickets? I'm putting this out there. If you're in and around Ohio, they need to continue forever. Are you going with family? All right. So let's see. Let's click on what's today? So, they're sold out to the 22nd. Okay, I'll pretend I'm going at 1 o'clock on the 22nd. Select seats for map. I'm going to click on there. Ooh, wow, that's really big. You're going big. Where are you sitting? In the front? In the middle? Oh, they have a balcony. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. It won't let me click. Why won't it let me click? Concert series. Okay, so tickets are from $49 to $66 each. That's pretty big. Pretty big. You know what? Take picture. Take picture, say, I promote. And then they go, we already promote. You go, not enough. You're not sold out. They are not. Did they go real fast, though? Accessible seating. You know, I like accessible seating when people don't sit. I'm that person. I know. I like to stretch. All right. Let's see. What was I going to do? All right. There we are. Streaming. Awesome. Okay. So, long story. You probably don't care, but they're being bombed left, right, and center. When you see Syria, you go, that's Damascus. They're bombing Syria. There was a reporter, don't know if you saw it. She just got like right behind her. I don't know if she's in Damascus, but that's now called Syria. So Damascus is in what is now called Syria. I don't know what it was then, because you go, well, it's just Bible. You go, yeah. But if you know that, then you know about where they were and what they had to deal with then. And you go, are they still dealing with that now? So it's a theory. I'm going to close this up, but there are tickets for $49. And there you go. If you got a deal, even better. There you go. So Damascus, but it's Israel bombing Syria. You go, why are you bombing? And they really need to put it out there why they're bombing Damascus. Like, are they helping? Are they not? Because that reporter was like, dude, could have hit me. And that thing blew up in a way that you go, oh, yeah, there it is. Israel strikes Syrian capital, Damascus. Isn't that funny that it's a show? So I think if you tell them that, they go, whoa, or they stop it. Why? All right, because they go, well, it's the apostles. You go, yeah, but that area, which should be, but you go, why is Israel bombing? Weren't they, oh, never mind. Kind of caused a problem there, huh? Well, I think there should be a problem. Because you go, that's history, isn't it? That's history. A lot of people believe in Damascus when you, right? No? I mean, it's a whole show, right? I think it's important. I'm going to put this up again. She's going to a show. Here it is. Okay. She says, going to see a show in Sugar Creek for today. Awesome. It's called A Road to Damascus. I didn't know that. But isn't that interesting that they have that, and yet Damascus is getting bombed as we speak? You know? Because if you bomb it, you go, that's history, you dummy. I would say I'd probably get locked up. Glad I'm in an area where they lock up people that say stuff like that. You know, he said stupid the other day. He's so mean. I told you people are going to say stupid. I may not have told you, but I said he's going to say it. He's going to say it. Stupid. All right, whatever. So Damascus, that's the answer. There you go. You got to be careful. Damascus, 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 Damascus. Well, Damascus had a lot of problems in Damascus for a while. And they say that, and you go, we're just catching up. We're just catching up. We're just catching up. So Damascus. Because something happened there, and I was like, but they didn't say, maybe they did, but it was Syria, and I go, Syria. Why have I heard about Syria? Now Syria's all over the place again. But Israel, you go, Israel, whoa. I thought you had peace. What happened to the peace? Where did you go with peace? Well, you know, I mean, what's going on? What's going on? Like, you know, what's going on? Because that's where him and Trump are not getting along. Or do they now? I don't really know. I think him and Trump are like, because Trump was like, I'm going to release something for the area of Syria, right? Oh, so you can make it easy. Who knew? So in a way, you go, okay. But Israel is bombing Syria. So you guys are not communicating. Did you get that? Did you see that? I don't know if you saw it. Trump finally said it. He said his wife, him, had a conversation. He's like, oh, got off the phone. Went really well. Really, they're bombing a daycare center. Was it daycare or was it a... It was the other, right? They're kind of daycares when you think about it. For senior, right? No? Senior living or something like that? I don't know. I don't really know. But he goes, exactly, what's going on? So now he's like, I hate Russia, or I love it. I don't really know. Make a decision. Because Russia's like, dude, we bomb. Who cares what you say? And that's the end. And now when they stop, you go, okay, that makes sense. But right now, they're not stopping. Everyone knows it. So Trump finally he goes, yeah. But the way he's going about it is so weak. Don't do that. Even he would say, like, if Biden did that, and Biden, I don't know if he would. If Obama did it, I can see Obama doing something more powerful than that. That makes sense. Obama for president. That's all I'm going to say. I don't even vote. What? You're going to want it. You're going to want it because Trump is doing some dumb things. I'm going to put on more, right? Can you let go of that tariff word? You know, tariffs are the dumbest thing ever. Who invented tariff? And why did they invent? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Did he forget? They were like, said, we put sanctions. They put sanctions. And I was like, well, I'm going to tariff you as well. How can you tariff a sanction? Russia's like, who cares? Korea. You know, Korea and Russia working together. You look it up. You'll see it. Allied. Wow. You can align with Korea. How long were they aligned? I think they were like working together. Because they said, oh, North Korea was sequestered by itself. I think Russia's been there the whole time. They finally made an alliance and said, you help us, Ukraine. They go, fine. Now they're going, why did we do that? So anyway, I think they're being taken advantage of by Russia. That's the answer. They're being taken advantage of. Russia. You're taking advantage of Korea. And that's the answer. Because Korea wants to be Korea, right? No? I don't know about that because Korea's like, what are you guys doing? So I don't really know. I got no clue. But the answer, that's all I'm going to say. You know, I'm glad that you said you have a chocolate chip M&M peanut butter cookie ready to go. That's going on around, huh? You got to be careful. I'm not happy. My mother's doctor said, although it could be for her. See, he can say it. He gets away with it. I say it. She gets all upset. Whatever. Put on some poundage. She goes, I put on some poundage. He says, you're too happy. Oh, that's his way of saying it. That's why. I'm like, why would you not want her happy? You're too happy. Get to be happy ever. You know, she's happy ever and ever. That's the problem. She's so happy ever and ever. Means she's not happy ever. That's the answer. There you go. I'm like, what's happy ever and ever? Happy ever and ever is never ever. It's kind of like that. That's a whole story. Something to the mind, huh? And it shouldn't. I mean, they've said it forever. There and there. All right, there you go. Anyway, there you go. So I'm glad you're seeing A Road to Damascus. It's a show. It's a musical. Bible stuff. Jess is not about Bible. I try so much. He's not about Bible. He knows it too. He's like, I'm not about Bible, you know? Because I know Bible. But Bible. He's not Bible. Yeah, he's not Bible. Israel not Bible either when you think about it. What? When you think about it. And I go, which Bible? I have a question on that. I really do. What? I do. I have a question on that. Because that area's history. He used to say, oh, my family's from there. Yeah, you dummy. Seriously. Anyway. Is Syria doing something at Israel that makes them want? Because he always comes out with that at some point. You know, they've been doing this, you know. He has, A, too many bombs, and B, what? Aren't you supposed to defend yourself from all the ones wanting to bomb you? He goes, exactly. Tell you, man. Man, oh man. Create problems for yourself. Peace. It's not that hard. They're like, again? Or not? I don't really know. Horrible. So that's in the news. It'll stop. You're probably like, can you not? I thought I could. Oh my god. Anyway, there you go. So Damascus. Yeah, Damascus. When you go, what do I know about Damascus? It's in the Bible. It's been in the Bible for a while. So that's my mom. Nothing. She reads the Bible. Nothing. Damascus. What? Hello, Ma. You're a Bible reader. All right. Anyway, there you go. I want to see Super. I really think it's just you and me, Steph. If you're there. You may not be there. But I have a question on some reports, my God. So I'm going to say this. You probably didn't see it. I think you didn't see it. I could be wrong. If you didn't see it, let me know. If you do see it, let me know. Because I have a theory. And the theory is they're putting out stuff that I go, why are you doing that? I haven't seen it yet. I don't like, wait another week. Give me a 2 week before you start promoting stuff. This was I think, was it Guardian or was it Marvel? Maybe it was Marvel. I don't know. I put them a whole other thing. But Marvel did something, and then a week later they showed it. Or was it 2 weeks that they showed it? Maybe that got me there, and I'm like, all right. They held for 2 weeks before they said anything. Was that before? I don't really know. Anyway, 2 week. Give me 2 week. You're not giving 2 week, are you? Everybody's like, aha, and then they're out. It may be a drop off because I think people are like, I cannot afford it. I asked someone, did you buy anything? They said I wanted to. I couldn't afford it. Yeah, about that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there you go. That's all I'm going to say. I think it's kind of, other than the bombing, you go, all right. And I'm not about gun. I don't like it. So what? Because it's a tease. He doesn't think about the future. You know? Does he have a beef with the he, as a director, you direct. Okay? It's not yours. Did he write it? Oh, then that makes sense. You don't want that to happen because it's going different. Oh, that makes sense. Well, he needs to kind of... I get that because then they out it. I kind of get that. It was great now to write that in. You have to remember, you know, just whoever paid the bill, you go, yeah, I get this. Sometimes it's kind of weird. I get that. You go, dude, doesn't it make sense? Especially when they don't do anything. I get that. Never mind. I remember seeing something. He said, yeah, we had to put in the kid. And I didn't want that kid because that kid was a brat. But we had to put him in because they were paying. He was like, that kid was a brat the whole time. What a pain in the butt. It's true. It happens. You go, how did that person get the role? When they hit the role, you go, yes. When they're a pain in the butt, you go, no. Oh, boy. So there you go. That's the answer. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's interesting. I'm seeing news articles again. I go, what is that about? See, they were saying the cameo in I don't want to know the cameo. I haven't seen it yet. I know. Say if you're a real fan, you know what I'm dealing with. My mother at the hospital. 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 Ooh, Rebel Moon 3. Who knew? So Zack Snyder gives Rebel Moon 3 update. I'm about that. You know they did something. If you're there, Steph, don't, because I think you're someone very. We don't want to do that too. Yeah, I'm going to shut up then. That's all I'm going to say. Do the one that's good for everyone. Not director. It's too dark. It's too dark. Although there are parts of the movie I go, that's why that looked cut up. No wonder But I see the whole thing, but it's too dark. But then I have a theory. I go, so you can make it, but then I get why certain parts don't stick. And then I get why, oh, that was cut up so bad. Now I'm like, there it is. Okay, I knew it. Because there's some you go, they act like that was announced. They cut it up in a way where you go, none of that it was so choppy. How come? But it's not, but it is choppy. But I don't know that they had a whole big one, where they get very graphic, and then they have the one that is for everyone. They really need to figure it out ahead of time, because I think there's a way to make it really that way. Because Snyder did it with the one that he did, which makes you want to watch it. It's long, but you go, oh, that makes sense now, that makes sense now, and that makes sense now. But he's so graphic. He goes, that's how I get R. And then some. Yeah. But, because we saw the first one when it first came out, I like that they did that. They made it safe, so then everyone could watch it, right? And they did number 1, number 2. And then they did the director's cut. But director's cut is long because it has not like little parts that they take out that were boringish, called That's the Way It Was Supposed to Be, but he made it for everyone, which I like. I'm about that. Some movies, they should be that. I'm just saying they could do it. They can do it. Grandma does not want to see. Does she want to see that? She does. My mother doesn't want to see it. Trust me. She sees movies all the time. She's bored. She's like, I want to see, but she doesn't know she wants to see. She doesn't know she wants to see. And I've seen things recently that I go, wait a minute. Well, it doesn't matter. It's kind of boring. But yeah. I don't know if you grew up around the time. I'm old. Who knew? I know I'm finally adopting it. Everyone's dying around my age. That's why. But the answer is so simple. If you do the way they used to do for TV, Jess remembers this. He's not even that old. They used to edit for TV. You do that, you're good to go. Then you're good to go. Someone's saying, yeah, exactly. They agree. You edit for TV. Do you remember that? When you were young, I don't know how old you are, but when you were young, the kids today, I hate saying that word. There must be another word, a better word. If I were young now, being a little one, I would not know that there was a time where you used to do it, because no one says it. We used to make it for TV, made for TV. They took R and they edited it so that they could make it with ads, yes. But then you can watch it on TV. You go, I watched the one on TV. I don't watch that one. That one's bad. There you go. And that's the answer. And then you get the idea of it. You don't even need the art parts in a lot of these movies. They say, no, you need it. I think they got stuck. You don't need it. And Zack Snyder proved it when he came out with what he did. Is he doing Moon? No way. So there's an article about 3. And I like it. So there you go. But Zack Snyder, Rebel Moon. Okay? I just spent a lot of my time out. I'm getting confused in my head. Let's see. Nicole Kidman in the news. Interesting. I didn't see that movie. Did you guys see that? I saw one. I don't even know where they're going. I literally was like, this was something else, I guarantee you. It was so boring. Then there's one shot really well, but they go, there's something about that. They should teach it, because that's the thing. But they went away. I go, he should have had like a super or something. That I would believe. Yeah, like Brightburn. Wouldn't have been that hard. They went like, he guilty of killing. How dare he? And I go, that's it? You put all that on that? So, but the way they shot it, you look at each one, you go, at least the first one. The first one, and I'm trying to remember. There's only 3, if you know what I'm talking about. It's really good. But I don't like that they make him, I think they could change that. Make it to where it was a super, and he really didn't want to do it. And it was that. Because that's really what Marvel is. When you look at it. And every one of them, the reason they're depressed and they're like sad is because they killed someone. It's in, but the way they talk about it, you go, I killed my mother when I lit. So they're always depressed. You go, why are they so sad? Because they killed somebody. When the power activates, they kill somebody close to them. You know, I know about Rogue. Rogue, he dies. They make it, no, he got zapped a little. He dies. She shrivels him up. When she makes out with him, that's the answer. I know too much. All right, anyway, there you go. That's the answer. Everywhere. Gun. I have to go see Super because I don't want to see anymore. I tell you, my producer is Super. She's Super. She's that girl, man. Anyway. I think she's getting married, so whatever. Yeah, her. Don't tell her I said that. Don't. Just don't. Let's see. What else? Okay, I think that's it. No, don't look at my producer, seriously. She is. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna get rid of this video. And you're not gonna. Actually, Facebook's already getting rid of stuff. Do you know that? It's already getting rid of stuff. She has nice guys, so I'm happy. Yay. That's my save. Yay. But whatever. Everywhere they're showing that dog. She wants super, I guarantee it. All right. What else am I gonna say? I think that's it. Shoot. I just outed it. Shoot. That's not super. No. So they cast it? I'm good then. I'm good if that's super. Yeah, they're out on it. Now everybody's out about stuff. Oh, no wonder. Oh, yeah. See? Man of Steel director Zack Snyder confirms he wants to see guns. Yeah. Why not? Dude, he's happy right now. Don't make him unhappy. All right? He had a horrible time when... Something about his son, right? That's still a thing, right? No? Maybe so? I mean, right? No? I should look that up. I get that wrong sometimes. His son, right? There was a problem. I don't know who does. Like, seriously. Right? Am I wrong on that? I know. I've been getting people mixed up. And I go, oh, I thought that person was that person. Right? Am I wrong on this? Yeah. Ew, even worse. Yeah. So... Oh my god. He had an older brother who died in a car accident when he was a teenager? I have a lot of kids. Didn't know that. Sorry, I thought it was his son. I'm so sorry. I'm not really good with this stuff. Okay, so 20, yeah, when he was making, he had to step away. It was his daughter. Got it. Okay. Ooh, wow. Oh, maybe I got that wrong. Because it says he is survived by sons. Oh, got it. Okay. Wait, now I'm confused on this. See, there's all kind I don't know what to believe. Alright, well, somebody said son, and maybe I got confused. I don't know. AI is all over the place. Have you seen it? People are quoting from AI. I go, don't. The moment you start speaking, it will change it. Take a snapshot of it. Oh, and that stays. Just let it do it, dude. It's constantly changing. It could be wrong, and then it'd be right. Because it goes, I didn't know that. You just have to keep speaking. Yeah, don't take a picture of it. It knows. See, here's another article. May 22nd, 2017. Am I wrong on this? Oh, maybe they had it wrong? What? Oh, no wonder. I'm so confused how they write these things. I really thought it was his son. Now, they must have... Yeah, that's interesting. I'm going to keep shut then, because I think AI is constantly changing things. In one, have you ever noticed this when you click on Google? It says Sam Haskell Jr., the son of a prominent television producer, died by suicide just days before his preliminary hearing. Oh, maybe it's one of those articles that get written over. I really thought it was his son. Alright. But when you click on it, it says daughter. Or the death of his daughter. Maybe they got it wrong, or did I just see it? I don't know. Google. Who knew? Alright, well, there you go. That's the answer. There you go. He's had a lot of problems he's had to deal with. Yeah, that's when Joss Whedon had to take over. It's like, no, I gotta deal with this. Which I say, yay. But then they make it like, how dare you? I go, why would you do Oh, that was in the middle of Justice League. That's right. That's right. Man, she died at 20. Yikes. Oh, I didn't know they did that. It says the movie was put on a 2-week break for the Snyder family to deal with the tragedy of daughter dying. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because I think they edited it without him, right? They went their own way. But he's like, look, I gotta go, man. This is a great. I don't know about that, but Coke 0. 0, 0, 0. I always have a question on when they say 0 sugar. I go, oh. My mother, she's like, no sugar. I go, it's sweet for a reason. But anyway, it's really good, actually. I like it. They went back in a good way, I think. Diet too. Oddly enough, some of it I like, some of it I do not like. All right, I think we're good. All right, well, now they're going to promote 4, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. There was something I looked. I think the internet's all mixed up. All right. Some says ooh. Yep, there it is. They were promoting Super 2. They say, look, we made money, okay? See, I don't really understand this. That one I understand. I want to go there. Can it be safe enough to go there? Hey, do you have driving near you? If you do, let me know. I want to promote because they need to, like, yep, they're, oh, smart. I want to go. Oh, I want to go. I want to go. It's in an area where you go, ooh, it could be a problem. But you go, ooh, want to go. And you take your own stuff in your car, and you're good to go. The only problem, and it is a problem, you have to have that device. I bought a device. I want it back. And it was a gift to someone very important. And they had it. And every time the power went down on the battery, you had to charge it. And then you hook it up to your battery, and it would give enough of a charge for it to start. Sometimes once or twice, right? And then you would run it. And then as long as you run it, it continues. But that battery died eventually, I think. I don't really know the update on that. But there you go. But you just have that thing, you're good to go. Right? It was just it charged up enough to be able to, and then I'm good to go. Thank you. I needed that. And then you just run it. I had to run it one time I went, so I'm going to take it for a ride, and it went for like a good 15, 20 minutes. And then it was good for a couple days. Until, now that I think about it, I think what was shorting it or making it where it would die, unless it did it in the other way as well. I think in a way it died because it was being sapped from the bomb. I think something underneath that area was sapping it. And some areas could do this. I just figured this out. I was in an area, I pulled over, and my battery went dead. Okay, this is another, that one's gone because it got in a bad accident. But that one went dead 100%. And that one, I go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So there you go. Anyway. But this happens at the drive-in. Because if you keep it on for so long without powering it, you have to power it in the middle, they say. You can see, let's see, do they allow you to see 2 movies? They really should. Like, right, who's that person that goes, how dare you get out? Or do they keep them in different theaters? They keep them in different, no, they don't. Do they? No, they don't. Why would they do it? They do. Why are you those people? Never mind, I don't want to see it. Are you kidding me? No, don't be that. That's what kills the industry. No. They don't require that. They do? This is dumb. Make it so you see one, then the other. Because they have it. This is where I say you guys are messing it up. No one wants to see. You go for a doubleheader. That's yes. You go to a drive-in for a doubleheader. I don't want to see anymore if it's that. If they used to have it this way, right? It wasn't that long ago, right? You see one, then you see the other. That's why they put it with one you don't want to see. You know, great. You're that person. They know. And the price went up. It used to be like $10, right? Now it's $14. I will give them this. Children under 5, free. So the family person who has to deal with the kids, awesome. Under 5, free. You don't know what that's like when you have a big family. You have no idea. I would even do that under 8. It says ages 5 to 8, $7. Give them for free. Adults pay. Make money on that. You're good to go. Then they go again and again. Because that's really all you got. And that's in Paramount, okay? But if you're doing... That makes no sense. 8:35, 9:35, 10:35. Yeah, they're doing that thing. You're supposed to... That's somebody's not paying attention. They don't want to change it, huh? You're supposed to do double header. 8:35, you see Jurassic World. After that, you see Superman. Boom. That's... You guys are killing it out there, and in a bad way. You guys will be closed again and again. Granted, I've seen ones that I like that were good. They got closed as well, but whatever. That's all I'm going to say. There you go. Because I really want to see that back to back. Do I have to switch? Do they allow it? Some don't allow it. Oh, I get you guys that walk across the way. You go, I'm going to see it that way. That makes sense. Don't think about that. There you go. I've not been to this theater. I was going to show you. I was going to promote it, and there you go. But there's one in the area that used to be, and then there's ones where it says it's open, and then there's ones that say it's not open. So I go, I don't know what to believe. Have you seen that? Does that happen in your area? Yeah. Click on their Instagram, see if I want to go. I can almost say this is old and it doesn't work. But when I go to their... Oh, that thing. Why do they do that? Oh, it's the way it is. All right, let me type it. And they're doing this thing, and I go, I don't know why you're doing that. I wonder if that's open. What's that? It comes near me. Is it? Or is the whole other area goes, oh. No, not my area. Google's off. Okay, here it is. Pacific Theaters. Finally, drive-in. Oh, maybe that's the problem. The website was a test. Riverside had a really good drive-in, but I don't know why. I get it, land. Are you doing anything with that? We are eventually. That makes sense. Ruby Doe. I see this every now and then. I go, oh, you guys are killing it. You're killing it. See, this has its... Oh, is that why? Because it's new? That's still dumb. You'd have more people there. Just let it go. That's actually a good idea. See, they have one. Here it is. Screen 3. Showtime. 8:30. Elio. This is a good combo, actually. This is in Riverside, which is our listening area. Lilo and Stitch at 10:30. That's the way they're supposed to be. So somebody did the dumb, or do they require that because it's new? Elio's pretty new, and Stitch new-ish. $10. Kids 5 to 9. $1. I'm about that. Do $1. Do $1. You want to pay? Yeah. It's safe for this. Boom. Done. There you go. The whole family in on that. You have $1. I don't want to see it. You have $1 for your brother. I want to see my $1. I want to see. Give me $1 at the end. You would be though. Oh no. Anyway, this is good to go. I'm going to promote this one. Should I promote it or no? Is it going to be a problem? Are they going to close it the moment I promote it? They cannot. That makes no sense. I'm going to promote this. This is the way it should go, but I'm not about this. I'm going to share this. Here it is. Okay. It's probably a mess on my computer. I gotta turn off the audio. You never know. All right, here we go. There it is. Okay. I know. I really want it the other way. How do I do that the right way? Boom. Oh, sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Almost want me on it. Oh, not like that. Oh, there you go. Showtimes. Okay, so if we were to go, would we go? That's the answer. I think the answer is yes. Yes. All right, so this is cool. This is a perfect example. All right. Friday to Thursday, July. I will get to you. Today is 17th. Okay, so today, are they going to change it after today? I want to see that. Do you see how I say on the left, it says, it's hard to see. You have to zoom in. It says 8:30, then 11:15, Superman. But see how the poster's different? I almost have a question on that. Is there like one coming where they're going to update it? You never know. All right, and then in the middle, And that's screen one, by the way. So when you drive in, if you've never been to the drive-in, you drive in literally with your car, with your vehicle, and you just take your snacks. You get it ready to go. Chips, dip, everything that you don't get at the show, you get it for cheap. Okay, you get that ahead of time. Actually, I love how you said chocolate. That's where that goes. Okay, there we go. Chocolate chip, M&M, peanut butter cookie. You put that, you're good to go. You say, Ma, what do you want? Right? Or Father, what do you want? Pa, what do you want? Right? Kids, what do you want? Right? Okay, so there you go. Go with someone. There you go. Okay, do it safe. That's all I'm going to say. Screen 2, you have Jurassic World Rebirth. They got lazy. That person got lazy. See how they did? It's good to read. Who wants to see that? No one. They go, well, they leave. Of course they leave, because see screen 3? Elio? And you stay for Lilo and Stitch. Do you kick them out? Some have been doing that. Is that why you're no longer around? Because you're no longer around. People don't want that. You keep it doubleheader, you're good to go. Now, see this one coming soon? That's coming soon starting tomorrow. So I got no clue how they're doing this. So they might change it. But you see this price? I like this price. See the price? $10. $10. Kids, $1. I'm about that. Do that. The one's like, shoot. Do that. I think you're good to go. This is in Riverside. It's so far, I don't know that I want to go there. It's a long drive. I did drive to Ontario, San Bernardino, and that was fun. But the drive back, you go, wasn't worth it. Especially if you get access. You got to be careful. But the people in this area, I go, yay. So, Rubidoux. Yeah, get rid of that swap. I get it. You do swap. I get it. But it's really cool. I'll show you the other one. Why not? Because I like the way they do it. They just need to not have that guy run it, because it's always that guy. Paramount Driving. Okay, you see that? That is the way it's supposed to be. Aha. Okay? That's the way it's supposed to be. That. You do that, you're good to go. You just put on the radio, you're good to go. That's what I mean. Your car could die if you keep it on. Never. If you don't run it in the middle, just a little, don't turn on the lights so people get upset. But when it's the first movie ends, the second movie, all right, is going to start. But they do a little break in between. That is the time you run your car, and then you don't leave, you stay, and then you see the second one. There you go. So that's the way it's supposed to be, all right? Now I'm going to go down. Prices, big deal, who cares? This is what they're doing that's wrong, okay? Like the other theater. Dumb. Don't do dumb. That's all I'm going to say. Because they have some pretty cool stuff here. They've done some pretty interesting stuff. But the area, if you know the area, it's not a safe area. People have been getting locked up again and again. All right, so it's not a safe area. So that's why I didn't go with my mom, because I don't want her to go in an area where it's not safe. But she would have gone, but it's not a safe area. Rosecrans. It was safe-ish, all right? It looks safe. It's not safe. When you look at the area, you go, oh my God, a lot of crime. So, but it could be that. It could be that, the way it was, right? Back in the day. That's why I like the way it looks. I'm about that. Love it. I love the little logo with the little car up there. I have a story about a car like that, but there you go. Well, it's in it. It's not about a car. It's a really good story. But there you go. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so there you go. Now you get why drive-in works. Why do it work? There you go. It was great during coronavirus. Great during coronavirus. Great during coronavirus. Bathrooms always need to work, but great during coronavirus. Because you're in your own car. That's where I go, what happened? Literally in the middle, they lost it. So now you go, where's there? They should have been like a bunch. Because you go safe in your own car. Yeah, double header. There you go. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's not that hard. Not that hard. There you go. See, I promote. All right. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let me go to their Instagram and see what they're promoting there, because I do have a question on that. Yeah, you got to stop keeping it separate. You just put them together. They're doing that separate thing. Nobody... No, so they forgot what the fun is. And that's why they closed at some point. I get it. Oh, and it's a little... Well, that was new. You could do it. You guys are those people. I could almost tell. Yeah, there it is. Look at this. Perfect example, just to prove I'm right. Okay? Because I'm that person. Prove I'm right. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Weird that it does that. Weird that it does that. Oh, that's actually not that bad. I like that. Because sometimes you go, dude, I don't want to show that. I want to show that. Okay, see this? This was June 19th to June 25th, okay? which when these movies came out, this was last month, I'm assuming. Oh no, they did kill it. They've been killing it. Oh, this is dumb. You guys are dumb. Don't do it. So they only have 2 theaters. Well, that's why you run them back to. Oh, maybe that's where they got stuck. I get that in a way. No, you do it so that nobody wants to go at 11:45. Nobody in their right mind wants to go at midnight to be there till 2 o'clock. Well, I get some people, they want to. I get that. But do it earlier. There you go. That's all I'm going to say. Because by the time, let's see, 8:35, 9:35, 10:35. Yeah. Elio doesn't run that long. So, and they're not going to wait an hour. You're doing it like a movie theater. Don't do it like a movie theater. These people are new, huh? Don't do it like a movie. You make more money that way? Oh. I make more money. Nah, I don't. They get stuck that way where they're like, no, I have to see it at that time. I'm not going to see it at that time. Here's where they got it. Okay, do the kid movie at the beginning. Take the kids. Families love this, by the way. Take the kids. They get bored and they'll go to sleep. Some, not all. And then you could make out with your honey. Okay, that's so. You see how you put Lilo and Stitch 11:45? No kid wants to be up that late. Am I wrong? They didn't want to be up that late. Never mind. All right. Well, there you go. You don't want them to see Ballerina. That's adult. You don't want them to see. That's it. I know. They're sold that right now. All right, fine, whatever. So there you go. There's our Instagram. See, this is what I want. Look at that. Oh, there it is. Never mind, I don't want to show you. But there you go. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So, okay, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah. But, and that's it. Vineland Drive-In is gone. It's gone. It's like, I don't want you. How about that? Why is that a thing? Did they finally figure out? Yeah, see, it does this thing. This is where I go, oh, maybe they're... But no. It's so confusing. I want to show you this because I am so confused. Okay, when I type in Vineland Drive-In, it does this thing. Okay, which is very not... I almost want to go there and go, you guys are those people. Don't do that. Unless they're open. But you cannot find it. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So you type in Vineland Drive-In, right? And it says right here. You get me in trouble? Oh, then never mind. But it literally says, if you type in VinelandDriveInTheater.com, it goes and it reroutes to PacificTheaters.com. And this says Pacific Theaters Summer Series at the Vineland Drive-In. And it gives the address of where I go, Vineland Drive-In. And it says June 17th to August 12th, Saturdays at 8 p.m. Do they have one showing? Yeah. Do they know that they're not promoting that showing at all? Mm-hmm. Oh, Summer Series. I have not seen this promoted. They're not communicating. No one knows they're open. So they are open. She was right. I just have to go there. It says film titles and tickets available at... See, and then it routes it there, but there's no follow through. Oh, there's follow through. A little, not a lot. No, there's no follow through. I'm clicking. Okay, click to something else. Clover. This is their problem. Yeah, Vineland Drive-In isn't accepting online orders right now. They don't get it. This is why they're closed. I can almost guarantee it. Do you have to go to see? I don't know. All right. Well, that's all I'm going to say. Drive-ins, you could be really big, and there you go. There's a lot of land that would do well with a drive-in. Because they go, no one wants to go. There is when there's a drive-in. Snakes. I hate snakes. I get you guys in the desert now. Well, there you go. There's the answer. Some people. All right. Well, what are you gonna do? Okay. Drive-in. I hate y'all. They used to be fun. Now they're just blowing money. How dare you? I like the buck idea, though. You do that, you're good to go. Do double header, you're good to go. Who wants to say super twice? You want to go, not the 8 o'clock. You want to be all night there. 8 o'clock to midnight. Boom, done. Or beyond. I love that. So many people, if they figure that out. You know what it was? They go to the movie theater and they forgot. And the ones that have families go, I didn't forget. I need that. There you go. You know what happened? I know what happened. They went old. And when you go old, you go, I've already seen the movie. I don't want to see the movie again. They got that thing, huh? Because they were like little all of a sudden. They were desperate. Yeah, you know why? Take advantage of that. There you go. I saw an old movie theater. He says, well, we were second tier. Or what was it, third? I don't know. When they show old movies, they're a second tier. When they go to first tier, those are the new movies. So because it was so slow because of coronavirus, it killed the industry. So they finally said, fine, you become first tier. We're going to give you this movie. There you go. Because they need it in movie theaters. Okay, they didn't care if you were first tier, second tier, third, fourth tier. I don't even know what that is. So when movies go down the line with that, they have to make certain things happen when it comes to the money. So when they went first tier, all of a sudden they're that theater, and now they have to charge a little more. But I was about that because it was really cheap. But the seats are like not that good. But you go, okay, whatever, who cares? At least it's a new movie in that theater. And they fixed up the theater, so they need money. There you go, that's the answer. And that's in Pasadena. Pasadena has had a problem since coronavirus. They have not gone back to the way it was at all. Okay, they're old. I know a comic store that closed. You know why? They need money. There you go, that's the answer. And I told them, but they don't want to listen. I said it, but they're dumb. Right? And they're closed. They're gone. So now is that an opportunity for some? It is. There you go. If somebody opened up a comic book store, open it, keep it open. There you go. But keep new titles. Don't do all titles. That's expensive. I really thought comic books were consignment. You know that word? That word's important. Learn it. Know it. It might sound like old because it probably was old. It started old. It was called when you sell, we sell. Meaning we're going to give you so many, and when you sell it, we get money. There you go. Okay, consignment. We're good to go. That's the way stores are, by the way, in some areas, I think. I could be wrong. I don't think they buy it all in advance. I think they got stuck to buying it in advance. You have to buy it. Well, then I don't put you there. Shoot, you need to buy. Yeah, whatever. Well, fine, we'll do consignment. I had someone, he's an author. I said, just do it on consignment. Oh, you would do that? The guy says, yeah, sure. Oh, so he brought books, he stocked it up. And I bought a book after he did that. I bought a book. I support. And he says, no, I did. He did this thing. It was kind of douchey. And because I gave that recommendation, he ended up making money on it. And he was like, oh, well, I can have you promote me everywhere. I'm like, you don't know what I do for a living, huh? Okay. That was advice. They don't appreciate. He's like, oh my God. I keep running into this. It's a sort of guy. And he's not thankful. He's not anything. And I go, I'll support you, but there's no support back. There's no support. I showed him my comic. I wouldn't buy that. Okay. But I bought his out of... It was honestly just because I met the guy. He's like, I don't have any more comics here, and I said, why don't you do it this way? He goes, we go do that. They did it, and then, he did a douchey move. Don't do douche. I know it sounds like a good move. Like, I have the time to go and promote him at every single comic store and then some? No. Maybe he's backwards in a weird way. Maybe if he got out of that, he'd be good to go. His comic was, it was independent. But I bought it. I didn't get him to sign it. And he has money because now he knows consignment. He knows what that is. Because what they do is they make you pay for it ahead of time. This is where comic stores are going. I cannot do that anymore. They make you pay for it ahead of time. So let's say you have like $5,000. I literally saw this guy do it. And I go, why are you doing that? Makes no sense. Because he's going to be out of business. Yep, there it is. Another store. You got to go back to the way it was. And I get why it was that. Because unfortunately, we're right there in certain areas. Certain areas are going back to the early 1900s. Or earlier, 1800s? All right, really? That's a problem. But anyway, that's Trump, man. Trump is killing it for everyone. It's really bad. So there you go. That's the answer. I don't get in trouble, so I'm going to say this. It's so something else. It's not even Trump. Why would I say that? It's not Trump. It's something else. It doesn't make sense. It's something. Who knows? Stop tariffs and stop making it that no one can pay anyone back. I get it. You want property. I get that. But you got to let it go. It's stupid. You're a president. Yay. Be president. Don't be, I'm a businessman. I want to make money. And you. And you. He's really got to let it go. He's got to let it go. Let it go. You're good to go. People don't want to pay a lot. They want to pay a little. There you go. It wasn't inflation. But when you look at that, you go, that happened overnight. We forgot. How did you forget? It's like memory went away. And there you go. Now when you realize what you used to pay, doesn't make sense. When it comes back, you go, oh, that makes sense. I saw a special and I said, oh, I want that. And I go, am I about that? Not really. I need money, man. You know how expensive it is? It's expensive. That's what I'm going to say. I got my video back. I will say this. I don't think you're there anymore. I think you probably went. You never know. You could be listening. Steph, I appreciate you. There you go. That's the answer. I did this thing with Steph, and I said, ooh, because the next week I had no camera, and I was doing only audio because my camera wasn't working because it's the USB. You got to switch the USB. If it doesn't work, switch the USB to a different USB, and then put that USB to the other USB, and then it'll work. I hope. Because sometimes USBs just have a problem. I don't know what it is, but there you go. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because I have different covers ready to go. I have this one. Ta-da! I hate that background. How do I do that? I don't know if my audio is still on if I take me off. They have a thing called background, but I don't know. I could do that. That's not what I want. Oh, because it's laid on there. I am all over the place. Oh, I like that. Am I on? I think I'm on. I like that. Who knew? Okay, I did not know that. I'm learning as I go. All right, so I have that one. I have this one. And I have... Well, between those two, which do you like? It could change. You never know. She said cinematic on this one. And I said, okay, that makes sense. On this one, she said, well... Then this one. This one I go, oh, you can see this one in the store. And then there's this one, which is really the story. It's really the story. It's that world. So I have others. I don't know if I want to bring them up, but because I don't think they're done. See, I'm trying to see which one people, because when you get that, you go, okay, that makes sense. But if they don't, then I go, okay, that makes sense too. I have another one. Do you want to see it? I'm going to show it. I think you're ready. I'm going to show it. Okay, here it is. What do you think about this? I have more than one, by the way. I hope you hear me. I think I'm on. I'm pretty sure I'm on. So there you go. You like that? I like it. There are some that I have, but they're not ready. So yeah. No, not ready. I guess I have to make it ready. I wonder which ones I should make ready. I had this one. It was a good title. I was doing anime, but I go, nah, maybe not. I have one where I'm like, I like this one. This is kind of the world, but then you go, is it? This one's symbolic. I like this one, but alright. I like this one, but yeah. Oh, I really like this one, but alright. I like this one. Okay. Let's see. Just let me know in the comments what you think. And I don't mind. I'd rather comments. I was going to do just one, but then I don't want 0 people watching because Facebook doesn't promote. It doesn't promote. I don't know why. It just... I saw one. I like these guys. They do comics and they sell them as they go. And they had a bunch of shares, like almost a couple hundred shares. And you know how many people they had watching? 20. 20 people. That doesn't even make sense. So I think Facebook's doing something. They go, no, we don't think so. Even though you share, how dare you? You know, they want you to share. There you go. Yeah. That's all I have? That's all I have. Wow. That's all I have. All right. I have another one. But probably the thing. I go, yep, there we go. That's a good photo, but there's something wrong with it. I didn't even see that till now. Huh. There's stuff on this thing I didn't even know. Got it. Alright. Well, there you go. So, I have ones I have to prepare. I realize what I have to do. But do you like that one? I like it. It's a bad guy, obviously, but you go, what's his story? So, I got this. This is the good guy. This is the bad guy. That's issue number 2, I think. Yeah. Do you like this one or this one? I think people like this one, right? No? Too much? Let me know in the comments. So there you go. But I like that one. I think it's like, whoa, okay. So I like that one. I'm about that one. I like it. So anyway, that's the story. So that's a comic. Other than that, you know, it's a story. It's a really good story. So, you know, it's a really good story. Really good. Really good. I want this thing. I want to see if this thing comments on stage. What does that mean? Beta. I don't think that is what it is. Alright, alright. Or it is, but I don't. Yeah. Alright, well, there you go. So, I think you're gone. I think you're not listening, and there you go. So, yay. Story. Story, story, story. 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 Ugh. 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 Oh man. Ugh. Ugh. Oh man. Ugh. Ah. Great, a snake. Yeah, there it is. You alright? Yeah, I'm alright. Oh man, why did I do that? Yeah, there's a snake, there's something else, there's something else, and there's something else. Of course. Yeah, there's that sound. Why? Of course. Oh man. Ah, come on. Shoot. You alright? Yeah, I'm alright. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's the. Okay, we're gonna go to that thing. Yep, there it is. There you go. Alright, alright, alright. Why? You alright? Yeah, I'm alright. Why? Shoot. Ugh. Oh man. I got tired. I'm tired all of a sudden. They must be making me tired. How am I tired? Oh, maybe that's how. Oh, they're researching. Yeah, they do that thing. When I'm tired, yeah, they go, oh, that does that, and that does even better. Yeah. Wait, the control. Oh, the control. I got it. How do I not remember this? How do I not remember? Oh, man. Shoot. There's the numb thing. Alright. Wait. If I'm numb, that means I could be not numb. How do I not numb? How do I not numb? I not numb. Oh, that was weird by saying not numb. I was like not numbing. Oh, there's more numb. Whether that's good or bad. Alright, alright, alright. 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 Oh, man. Oh, there it is. Yep. Oh, I hate that feeling. Oh, the stomach. I hate that feeling. I don't want that feeling. I don't want that feeling. Oh, yeah, stomach. What's a stomach? Wait a minute. I don't see stomach. I don't see anything. Stomach. Something about stomach. Stomach is a thing. Wait, I feel it. How come I feel it? Wait, stomach. There's something about stomach. Oh, shoot. There's something about stomach. Stomach. Why do I feel that thing? Stomach, but I don't see a stomach. No, it doesn't make sense. Alright. I'm good. Stomach. Something about stomach. I don't want stomach. What is it about stomach? Stomach. I don't know what that is about stomach. Stomach. Okay, stomach. Oh, man. Ah. Oh, come on. Stomach. Something about stomach. Stomach. Well, that word, I know this. It's a word. What word is that? Stomach something. I have that feeling. Stomach. Stomach. What is a stomach? Something about a stomach. I don't see a stomach, yet I feel a stomach. If I don't... Wait. If I feel there's... Just because I don't see it doesn't make... Wait, there's something... What am I hooked up to? Wait a minute, what am I hooked up to? That's what I gotta ask. When he says, are you alright? I should say something like, what am I hooked up to? Or not, I don't really know. You okay? Yeah, what am I hooked up to? Oh, you know? Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Let's see. I don't know if anything's gonna... Oh, that's even more. I don't like that. That hurts. Yeah, we know that. What do you mean by we? Oh, I'm just saying. Oh boy. I have something hooked up to my head. It's like it. Wait, am I seeing that, or is that what it is? No, so I'm not seeing. No, I don't want to see. Okay. So no, because I don't hurt like a lot. Oh, that's why they numb me, because you're hooked up to some, or not, or they make it like you are, but you're not. Wait. I gotta. Wait. What are you hooking? What are you? You know? What? Oh. What am I hooked up to? Oh, that word? Don't worry about it. I should worry, huh? No, don't worry. What's worry? Worry? You don't know worry? Oh, wow. We went a little... I got a little far. That makes sense. Yep. Went a little far. Yep, there you go. What's that thing in my area of, like, you know? What do you mean? I feel like there's something else being inserted somewhere where I don't want it. What do you mean? Do you want something hooked up? No way, man. I don't do that. Why would I do that? That's dumb. Don't do that. There you go. No way, Jose. There you go. Really? Yeah. If you were where I'm at, would you be alright? I would be alright, but would I? What do you mean? No way, Jose, man. I'm not doing that. You're dumb. What do you mean? Dumb. Don't do dumb. You say it all the time. Don't do dumb, but you're doing dumb as we speak. What does that mean? It means what it means. Okay. All right, we're good. Don't know what that is. All right. Well, All right. What does it mean by I'm doing dumb? You always say, and yet, what does that mean? I always say it. What would I say? Don't do... Wait, if I say don't do dumb... Why would I say don't do dumb and then I'm doing dumb? That makes no sense. Maybe I should ask. All right. Well, why would I say and then I'm doing dumb? Oh, because you're dumb. But I would say don't do dumb? Yeah. Huh. And now I'm doing dumb? Yeah. How did I do dumb? You did dumb. But I used to say I don't do dumb? Yeah, you always used to say it. And now I'm doing dumb. Oh, 100%. Then you wouldn't do this? God, no. We're not dumb. And I'm dumb. Yeah. Don't do dumb. When you do dumb, dumb is dumb. Don't do dumb. You say it all the time. Don't do dumb. But yet you're doing dumb. Okay. All right. That makes sense. So I did dumb. Even though I say, don't do dumb. No, you don't say it. You used to say it. Used to. What do you mean used to? You used to say it. Don't do dumb. Now you do dumb. Don't do dumb. What's dumb? Dumb is dumb, dumb, dumb. What does it mean? I don't know. Don't do dumb. I said don't do dumb. I'm doing dumb. I do dumb? Why would I do dumb? You did dumb because you're dumb. I did dumb because I'm dumb. Why would I do dumb? Because you're dumb. Don't do dumb. And none of you did dumb? No, we did dumb a long time ago. We just forgot. What does that mean? We're dumb. How? Who? No. Makes no sense. What? I used to say, don't do dumb. I would never do it. You did it. You're doing dumb. Okay, that makes sense. Then this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we know. Don't do dumb. When I said it, was people doing dumb? Oh, a bunch. Really? Yeah, a bunch. Huh. A bunch would say dumb. A bunch were dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Dumb. Interesting. Dumb. Okay. Dumb. Huh. Makes no sense. Yep, that's why. Yep, that's why. Yep, that's why. Yep, that's why. Why when I say something, you say something? When you say something, something said. Oh, because we don't want to do dumb. Who's we? We. Huh? Dumb is dumb. Don't do dumb. Be good if you would have said that. Say how that's not. The answer is, oh man, I'm doing that thing. What does that mean? It means what it means, man. There you go. Get me back on track. You know. Look, you are doing dumb. Don't do dumb. Yeah, but they got don't do dumb. Yeah, don't do dumb. Oh. Well, you said, look, man, it is what it is. There you go. That's the answer. There you go. And I said, no, it is what it is, but don't do dumb. Yeah, but they got dumb is dumb and dumb. There you go. Huh? Dumb is dumb. There you go. Dumb is dumb and dumb is dumb. Dumb. There you go. All right, don't do dumb. That's the answer. But when you do dumb, they da. So I said, what's dumb? He said, what's dumb? No, I didn't say that. I said, what's dumb? You say dumb. They'd say dumb, and everyone says dumb, but don't do dumb. There you go. We used to be what we are, but we are not what we are. And there you go. And that's the answer, because we're with you. They. What does that mean? Kind of cool. What does it mean? It means what it means. There you go. What does that mean? It means. All right. There you go. All right, back to dumb. So I was doing dumb, but I was saying don't do dumb. No, you did dumb ever and ever. You said don't do dumb, don't do dumb, don't do dumb, don't do dumb. But then you did dumb. It's obvious. Okay, that makes sense. So you used to say don't do dumb. Yeah, and I used to do no dumb. No, you did dumb every now and then, but you were like, oh, that was dumb, that was dumb. I don't want dumb. And then I would do dumb ever and ever? Yeah, a bunch. There. It's supposed to be there. And there. Who knew? When you say there, what do you mean? We got no clue, man. You know? If you only knew. There you go. So I did dumb. Yeah, you did dumb. Don't do dumb. How do I not do dumb? You do dumb when you do dumb. Dumb. Don't be dumb. There you go. How do I not do dumb? You do dumb when you're dumb, but don't do dumb. What does it mean? Don't do dumb. How did I see myself speaking? Oh, that's not you. That's something else. That's good enough. I thought that was me. No. What you're seeing is something else. Don't see that. It's not a thing. That's not you talking. You're not a bot. That would have been good if you would have said that. But you didn't say that. You said something else entirely different. There you go. Yeah, but dumb is dumb and dumb. There you go. What does that mean? Dumb is dumb. There you go. How dumb? How exactly? Don't do dumb. There you go. The thing that you see is not you. That you is you. But is it? There you go. What does that mean? Dumb is dumb. Don't do dumb. There you go. Dumb is dumb and dumb is dumb. Yeah, dumb is dumb. There you go. Dumb is dumb. Dumb is dumb. There you go. I'm not a bot, just so you know. but for some reason I talk like a bot. It would have been good if you would have said that. You said, look, man, this is what it is. What is it? Oh. And I said, what? Oh. Who? What? Where? When? Why? I did say that. There you go. Ever, never. There you go. So the answer is, it is what it is. It is what it is. There you go. Oh. There you go. But what? But no way. We are wired in a weird way. There. And there. So there. There you go. And there. And there. And there. There. Oh. There. And that's the answer. Oh, yeah. There you go. What does that mean? It means what it means. There you go. So there you go. That's the answer. There you go. There you go. And that's the answer. And there you go. That makes no sense. Exactly. We don't make sense. We make sense when we make sense, but we don't make sense. Exactly. Exactly. There you go. All right. It's weird that we're talking like each other, don't you think? No, it's not. We are what we are. We are, but we're what we are. There you go. Well, if I said don't do dumb, what did I say? You said don't do dumb, dumb is dumb. Don't do dumb. There you go. Do what you do, but don't do dumb. There you go. Dumb is dumb. Don't do dumb. But I don't know if he said anything else. There you go. Huh. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. I just said don't do dumb? Yeah, you said don't do dumb. It's kind of broad. Exactly. So when it's dumb, dumb is dumb, but don't do dumb. There you go. Dumb is dumb. Dumb is dumb, but dumb. There you go. What does it mean? Don't do dumb. It's dumb. So dumb. There you go. Huh. Interesting. Dumb is dumb and dumb is dumb. Yes. Don't do dumb. There you go. Alright, let's see. Dumb is dumb and dumb is dumb. Dumb. Well, I used to say I'm dumb, but I didn't get anything else. Exactly. Oh, don't do dumb. That's the answer. All right. Well, there you go. Oh, man. All right. Well, don't do dumb. There you go. Did I say anything else? Yeah, you said a bunch. There, and there. But we don't remember. If we remember, then we remember. But we don't remember. Do you know how to remember? No, we don't. They know, and 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 they know. But they know, and they know. There you go. Really? Yeah. They don't know. Really? Yeah. Huh. Well, there you go. All right. Well, there you go. So no one knows how to remember. No one knows how to remember. What's remember? Remember is remember. There you go. Because when you remember, and there you go. But remember is remember, and there you go. But when you remember, there you go. But you know what you can do. What do you mean? What we mean is what we mean. There you go. Been good if you would say that, but yes, what you say is what you say. There you go. But I don't even know. Now look at, because we're stuck to this thing that we have to say that's a rhyme, but remember something that we need to know. There, because we don't remember. Yeah, we don't remember. There you go. But there you go. Snake again? Yeah, it seems further, but it is because you're getting in a way. I know that. There you go. That's why it seems further away. That's why you don't see it as close as possible. And there you go. Oh, maybe you do when we say it. Oh, that's weird. Oh, we say it far, but there you go. You see when I have my eyes closed? Yeah. What are eyes? Eyes are eyes. There you go. Oh, really? Yeah. There you go. Huh. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. So eyes are eyes and eyes are eyes? Yeah. How? Eyes. Don't look with eyes. Eyes are weird, but look with your imagination. Then that makes sense. Never. Because sometimes imagination isn't always what it is. Because with imagination, you get what is not, but you get what is what it is. There you go. When you see with your eyes, there you go. So see with eyes, and there you go. You're good to go. There, there. It's there. There you go. But you don't have eyes. There you go. I don't have eyes. No. So my eyes are closed. Yes. Wait, my eyes are closed. Yeah. My eyes are closed. Yes. So you see things because we want you to see them. There you go. And there you go. That's good. There you go. Really? Yeah. Who knew? Oh, wow. Who knew? There you go. That where imagination come from? No, imagination come from something else. There. We make you see what we see, and we see what we see, and we see what we see, but we see what we see, what we see. There you go. Really? Yeah. Who knew? Here you go. Oh, there you go. So there you go. All right. Well, there you go. All right, we're going to take a break. It's story. Yep, it's a thing. Story. We'll be back right after this. Stay tuned. There you go. Story, 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 story. All right. Well, you'll never, but you never know. Story. Story, 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 story. It's hard to explain, but it's a thing that when you rhyme, it helps you. When you say something, you say something. When you say something, you say something. And it's something, but I don't know what it is. It's like when you're stuck, you're supposed to say something, and you know what to do. What to do. I just don't remember what the word is. Member. It's not member. Member is something else entirely different. Oh, man, I hate that. Remember is something, but it's not remember. It's another word that I don't even know. Wow, it's a word that I know. No. Oh, that one was weird. That was weird, and that was weird, and that was weird. There you go. Don't want that, and don't want that. Of course you would. There you go. Every time I say don't, they do more. There you go. And that's the answer. There you go. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. And I don't want that. Oh, I really don't want that. Oh. Yeah, if only he'd ask or go over, I'd be like, I'm not alright. I need a story to say what I need to say. And there you go. Maybe it's remembering gleam? Remembering gleam of gleam is a gleam, but remembering gleam of a gleam is a gleam ever never. There you go. Because those fit word way on. Yep, there you go. Oh, alrighty, take it. So I say what I say, and I say, so I have a question. Yes. What's the question? There you go. Then you. There you go. There you go. Because we didn't remember what to say. There you go. But it went all the way, and there you go. Then finally got to it, and it was remember, but remember is remember when remember is. There you go. But that was a weird one. That went weird there. So it wasn't remember at all. It was another word that I don't know. It was a hard time to say because when you say it, you say it. When you say it, you say it. And you don't remember what to do. You just remember a little, not a lot. Because then when they wipe it, they wipe it. And when they wipe it, they wipe it. And they wipe it. And you don't remember anything. You just go, great, here we are. There you go. And they know that. And I say, hey, he's quiet. Even better. Quiet. What's quiet? Quiet is something I need to know. There. And there. Especially there. Because quiet is quiet, and quiet is quiet, and quiet is quiet, quiet. What's quiet? I don't know what quiet is. You alright? Yeah, but good of you. So you say, are you okay? And I said, you okay? You go, yeah, I'm okay. I go, alright, that makes sense. I go, you go, oh, you're doing the thing? Yeah, I got that. I'm trying to remember. Do you remember how to remember? No, I remember, but do you remember? No, I don't. But I need to remember what I remember, but I remember what I need to remember. You need to remember. They need to remember, and everybody needs to remember. There, such there, and there, and there, such there. And there you go. And then when you remember, they remember when they remember, but they remember when they remember. And there you go, and that's the answer. And there you go, and that's the answer. There you go. So remember, there you go. Now remembering. I like that one. I remember when I remember. What do I remember? I remember when I remember. Do I remember? I remember. There you go. I remember when I remember. I remember. There you go. I don't know. I remember, but do I remember? I remember. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Do you remember? I remember when I remember, but I don't remember. I remember when I remember, but there you go. I remember, there you go. What's that? I remember I don't know what that is. I hear it. I just don't know what it is. I hear something to the right. And, although, wait a minute, right. I remember right. What's right? Right is right and right is right. There you go. Now, right. That's something that I need to know. There's something right, and then there's something to the right. I know that word. I just don't know how I know the word. Right. What's that word? Left. I've heard that before. Left? Oh, left is left, but left is left when it's left. There you go. Alright. No, left is left. Left is left. But left is left. Left is left. There you go. I don't know what left is. All right. Look at. What does that mean in the affirmative? You have to say it in a positive way. When you say I don't, say I do. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's see. I do. You do what? I do. That's not funny. That's yuck. All right. I don't want that. All right. I don't really know what that means. Oh, wait. Positive. I hear that word again. Positive is positive, but positive. There you go. Positive is positive, but positive. Positive is positive. Yes. Positive. Be positive. There you go. How do you be positive? Be positive. Why did I hear that word in the affirmation of positivity? Oh, well. No, that's not it. It's positive in the affirmed positive, because positive is positive, but positive, positive. I don't really know. It's something there. I don't know what that is. All right, don't be. Oh, is someone saying don't be that minus sign? What's a minus? A minus is minus, but minus is minus. There you go. Hate it. So minus is minus is minus minus. Yeah, minus is minus minus minus. There you go. I don't know what minus is. All right. Well, minus is minus minus is minus 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 minus. Got it. Okay. Minus. Huh. Minus 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 minus. All right. So minus is the opposite of positive, and positive is the opposite of minus. There you go. But it's positive, negative, negative, positive. There you go. Oh, we get that. That. It's in the word, but it's not in the word. There you go. Because there's other words I need to know. Another word. What's Hebrew? Hebrew is word, but there you go. Hebrew. Yeah. Oh, who knew? Oh. So Hebrew. Is there another word other than Hebrew? Yeah, there's another word, but it's word. There you go. But Hebrew. There you go. That makes sense. All right. Well, Hebrew. Yeah, Hebrew. What's Hebrew? Hebrew's Hebrew. There you go. How do you learn Hebrew? Hebrew is Hebrew, but Hebrew is Hebrew. Hebrew. Like coffee? Yeah. What's coffee? Coffee is coffee. There you go. Coffee's coffee. Coffee's coffee. There you go. Hebrew. Why do I smell like brew? You know brew? Yeah, that's something about brew. Yeah. Brew. Yum. Brew. Oh, Hebrew. I get it. Yeah, Hebrew. All right, I don't know how coffee is a language thing, but there you go. That's weird. All right, well, Hebrew is a something, I don't know what it is, but Hebrew. I say a lot of words I don't know, but the word I know is something I need to say, because something I need to say, but I don't know what the word is. Well, the word is what the word is. There you go. Brother. Is that what they're trying to teach me? What snake is? Snake word. That's a snake. Now you know. Like a letter of a letter. Right. Snake. Maybe that's what Y is. Snake is snake and snake is snake. But why? Maybe they're trying to give me things that they would do to a little one to say that's a snake. And he's just trying to say why. Like, so you know. Yeah? Wait, are they making me a baby again? Yeah. Where they're training me to be a baby. Yeah, they are. I'm being a baby? Yeah. Why am I a baby? Because you're a baby. But what's a baby? A baby is a baby. There you go. So they're training me with words to be a baby? Yeah. What's a baby? A baby's a baby. You gotta be a baby, man. What does that mean? What do you mean I gotta be a baby? Well, you did that thing. You don't do that thing. You say don't do dumb, you did dumb. Don't do dumb. You did dumb. You say, I want to be a baby. There you go. It was dumb. Don't do dumb. You're becoming a baby. There you go. I'm becoming a baby. Yeah. I don't want to be a baby. Too big. You're a baby. Oh, baby? Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. There you go. You're a baby. Who knew? So I'm a baby because I say I'm a baby? No, you're a baby because you're getting to be a baby. You're going to be a baby pretty soon. There you go. What does it mean? You're a baby. What does it mean? You're a baby. What does it mean? You're a baby. There you go. No, I'm not a baby. I'm a baby is a baby. A baby is a baby. Yeah, like a snake. A snake is a snake, but I don't want to be a snake baby. Ever. I don't want to be a snake. You're not a snake. You're a baby. Ah. What does it mean? Got no clue, man. You know? We're a baby. There you go. No, we're not a baby. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby. Words do not make you what you are. Yes, they do. They all the time make you, you know? Words. All right, well. Uh-huh. I don't know. Anyway, it's a story. There you go. If you're tuning in, it's a story of a story. Of a story. Yeah, baby. Don't be a baby. Be you. And that's the answer. There you go. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this. Baby, baby, baby. Oh, if they had said baby. Man. What is that break free of? What does that mean? Determination. They determine based on what you say. It makes no sense. Makes sense of sense. Alright. Sense. I don't know who you are, but thank you for guiding me or doing something that you do. Make it sense of sense, sense of sense, sense of sense, 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 sense. All right, sense. Sense, 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 sense. All right. Well. All right. Sense. Makes sense of sense. All right, sense. Sense of sense, sense of sense, sense of sense, 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 sense. Sense. Make. All right, sense of sense. That makes sense. All right, well, what are you going to do? All right, well, we're going to take a huge, and there you go. But story is story. If you want a story, just say a story, and the story will come out or not. I don't really know. I haven't done it with anyone else, but there you go. And that's the answer of the day. All right. See you later. Have a good day. There you go.